Welcome everyone. Welcome. First and foremost, thanks for everyone coming by on a Monday. At 3 p.m. Eastern in the afternoon. I know some of you might be at work or chilling out. I think some have posted in the chat that they might be a little bit sick or under the weather. So hope you're feeling better. But yeah, so in terms of the fashion contest, we hosted this as a little recap. Started about in August, so a little over a month ago. And Datto and I have been trying to find a good time to have a stream where we can just go over all of the designs. I haven't seen any of them other than just saving them onto a little slideshow where Datto and I can just review. He is with me right now, so obviously everyone here knows Datto, but Datto, say hello.
Yo.
So yeah, Datto has been a top of mind in terms of being a nice special judge for us. Giving a little more creative ability and choosing the ultimate winner at the end of the day. So for anyone that has been around for a long time, like Techno Viking, for example, or Anani Orb, we typically go through each class, and that's the format for today. We're going to go through all of the Hunter designs, go through all of the Warlock designs, and then we'll end it off with Titan. And basically what we're going to do is Datto is going to give a rating out of 10. I'm going to give a rating out of 10, and we are going to add those two numbers together. So, for example, if he gives an 8 and I give a 7, that's 15 out of 20. Perfect. That person gets a 15 out of 20. We're basically going to go through all of the designs, and then at the very end, either we have the key winner that has the highest score, or if there's a tie, we'll break the tie. And then essentially the best design for the Hunter class, the best design for the Warlock, and then the best for the Titan. We'll select that, we'll put them on the podium, and then we'll choose, who's in first, who's in second, and who's in third place. Basically like the previous formats for the past 3 to 4 fashion contests that's been held so far. So again, welcome Datto. Appreciate him taking the time out of his busy day. And then sorry for everyone for not having this stream in September. I got sick for about 10 days, so my voice is back to normal, thankfully. And now, yeah, we'll without further ado, we're gonna get started here. Right off the bat, as you can see, we are going to start off with the Hunter classes. So right off the bat, we're going to take a look at the first design right here. That'll feel free to kick it away. I'll, as a special guest, make some comments on this, and then yeah, give your
Wow.
score.
All black hunter. I haven't seen one of these before. I mean I like the look of the armor for sure. I don't know how many points I'm gonna give for an all black hunter. But the armor is good. I'm kind of doing a thing where like I'm giving two 5-point scores, one for how much I like the color and one for how much I like the armor, and then I'm just gonna add those together.
Sounds good. Yep.
So I would give this uh I'll go 7.
7 out of 10. All right, all right. Sounds good. I like the armor, like you said. Like I think it has a good, it fits well. It doesn't seem like anything's out of place, considering most of it is, all different pieces. But yeah, for an all black hunter, I don't think it's anything new. It's either an all black or an all white or all of the or red, as I think is another popular color. I think I would also give it a 7 as well. So right off the bat with this first one here, we're gonna give this one a 14 out of 20. I think what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to make a note of all these as well. So first hunter off the board will be 14 out of 20. So again, for anyone that's watching the stream right now, we're not going to say whose design this is. We don't know who's the design. I just put this all together into a slideshow. We will at the end for the winners for sure announce who designs these are, and then on this stream maybe I'll build a little video and then I'll put it on the video itself. But for now, we don't want to be biased. We don't want to accidentally choose a friend on purpose. We don't want to have anything like that. We don't want any viewer to think that we're choosing someone specifically. So we will continue on that one. Next one here. We got looks like a Barbie theme from the looks of it here. Dada, what do you think about this one?
Okay. Yes, it's tougher to grade stuff that is supposed to look specifically like a thing, because it's like it's pretty like you got it or you didn't get it. So
Yeah.
I'm if this is like a Barbie themed thing, I have yet to see the movie. I do really need to go see it.
Yeah, you got to see
So
it.
the reference is a bit lost on me. Um, Overall, I don't know. I'm feeling also kind of like a 6 to 7 here. just purely on the look without knowing the reference. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think for this one here, like I know the reference just because when I was copying the image, like I can see like they had like a Barbie image next to it.
Oh,
But
okay.
looking at it, I can see that the color theme fits. It's done decently. I think it's an. I would probably give this one. And by the way, for everyone here, this is our own opinions. I don't want anyone to be like offended by the scores that we give. However, I would probably give this a 6 out of 10 myself. I think it's
Okay.
decent. I don't think it wows me, and I think they could have used different armor pieces to get that Barbie look. Personally, but yeah, I'm giving it the
That was kind of
6.
my vibe as well. Is 6.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. All right, let's keep it going here. So, with both 6s, this one is an easy 12 out of 20, everyone. So, not at the top of the tier list, but we'll keep it going to the next one now. All right, we got a unique theme here.
Okay.
They're all using the same shader, but I like it. The pieces actually work pretty well.
Yeah, that's
Even
fine.
yeah, even the exotic arm seems like it comes from that set. Although it's not, but it seems yeah, I don't mind it. I think for me personally, I'd probably give this one a solid 8. I think I give it an 8 out of 10. How about you?
I'm probably gonna go. I'm close. Like, part of me wants to judge it as the way I usually judge fashion, which is usually like people ask because there's like some sort of an emblem contest. So I try to think like, what would I want to reward with an emblem? And for me, I usually value uh can you use a very wide range of armor pieces, or can you use a very wide range of shaders? If you can do both, you're absolutely popping off. So more than half of this look is the same armor piece, and obviously that's going to work together very well. Same thing with the shader. But visually, it looks very cool. I don't feel like I see many Veritas cowls.
I
So
don't think ever. Yeah.
yeah. I'm still gonna go 7. I'm gonna go 7
Sounds good. So
because
with that
it's
right.
not super hard to make the same armor set look good because it's designed to be that way.
Sure. No, I agree with that statement. Yeah, like when you're using different shaders or different armor pieces, you're taking a little bit more effort when you're going through your pages and pages of inventory. So I agree with that. All right, next one on the list itself, we got a creative one here with different shaders, and it looks like they do have some different pieces of armor. You know what? This one's
Yeah.
popping off a pretty bit. What do you think of this?
I definitely love this look. Um,
And
I've
that's
used
tough
similar armor
exotics, by the way.
pieces.
That's a
What's
tough
up?
exotic. That's a tough exotic to do any armor with. Like I don't know if you've seen
Yeah, it's a
this.
color
Like
match.
yeah, like that's a tough one, man. That's
Yeah,
not bad.
yeah. Man, it's like I want to give this like 9 or 10 so far. I feel like we haven't seen enough to justify like, okay, this is a 10 because like I just don't know what else is out there.
Yeah,
Um, I'm at least a 9.
at least a 9. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll go 9.
looking at this myself, I'm leaning easily a 9. This is like I gave the previous one an 8. This one's clearly better. The different shaders, I'm more impressed by the arms than anything else, just because I know how hard it is to really build anything with those exotic arms, and
Yeah.
yeah, like that is, yeah, even the chest and legs, yeah, everything's actually blending really well. I'm trying to like find something I don't like about it, but I think overall they did a fantastic job. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9 as well. So that's a solid 18 across the board right there. So congratulations to whoever this person is. And again, for everyone that's just jumping in, we're not gonna we don't know who these designs are, but we'll make sure that we give credit where credit is due, like at the very end, and then when I do a little YouTube video, I'll make sure I put it on the video itself. But congratulations to this person so far. Well, we have a similar design. Looks like they use the same cloak, whoever this person is, but with different exotics. Same shader all throughout, and pretty much the same armor pieces. But I do like the color theme itself. I don't know if I'm a fan of the helmet with the outfit. I'd probably lean towards a 7 for this one. I'm okay. Like it's not bad. It's not doesn't really pop off. What about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. It's still visually very good. I mean, Burgusian Knight is like a great shader. But most of this set is season pass armor, all the same season pass armor, plus a Falcon and a helmet. Um, it looks very good, but yeah, I don't think it was the toughest to pull off. I'd probably also go 7 as well.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, that one right there is a 14. So again, great color
Actually,
theme, and
I'm gonna go 8 actually,
you're gonna
because
go eight.
I still how like how it came together.
It
And
does
purple's
look
my
good.
favorite
Like
color. Yeah.
yeah, and that shader is easily top 10 for me, like for shaders. Like it's the
Mhm.
one of the few shaders that actually can work with so many armor pieces. There's not many that can actually really do that good of a job. So I give it to them as well. So that's a total of 15 right there. All right, we got an all black hunter, Datto's favorite.
Wow. Crazy guys.
um, in terms of the look itself, like they did use different pieces. I don't know why I don't like those legs.
Yeah, very bulky legs for a very skinny upper body.
Yeah, like they definitely got hips, and the hips don't lie. But I would say, yeah, those legs just. I don't know why it bothers me. It just doesn't fit. Like the pieces just seem so out of place. Like they have an Iron Banner helmet with an Iron Banner arm piece, and then they have like a a hive exotic, and then the legs are just
Mhm.
totally random. Like I'd probably lean this more towards a 5, just to be brutally honest. Like I'd probably give it a 5 out of 10. And I'm sorry for anyone that's watching this that is their design, but it just it doesn't wow me.
Yeah, I'd probably go 6. Yeah, all black. I mean, all black is fine. It's just not the most creative to me. I've also seen so many cowboy hunters. Um and the look is really starting to kind of wear on me in terms of like, it's like I get it. I've seen the cowboy hunters. I've seen them for like 9 months now. Let's let's try something else. So yeah, the Spanish and Portuguese, I think that's Portuguese community, really liking the all black hunters.
Yeah, yeah. I don't blame them. It's a very popular color, but yeah, it looks good
Mhm.
on the chest piece, but I don't know, those legs just they gotta go. All right, we got a unique hunter here. We got very very unique shaders, but it seems to be blending well very nicely. Like I'm taking a
Mhm.
look. Yeah, yeah, 5 different shaders, and it's all blending well with all the grays and the accent colors. Yeah, what do you think about this one? I'll let you kick it off.
Yeah, I'm a little torn cuz they were trying to go for these like blue highlights, the blue cloak, and then you have the Trials arms from way back in the day with those kind of blue glows. So I do appreciate that. I'm just not completely sold on it.
Yeah.
Um I don't know. This kind of the gray has not really done a lot for me historically. Like this kind of gray, it kind of just feels like placeholder gray, where
True. That's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, but I appreciate the work that went into it. I think I'll still end up giving it a 7.
Okay.
Um, because I appreciate how much time it probably took to try to find the exact perfect shaders to make this look the way that it is. Um, but yeah,
They did the
I'm not fully into it.
Yeah, it's not like, yeah, it doesn't wow me as much as that other one that we gave like a total of like 18 on the other one,
Mhm.
a couple slides ago. But this one, like you said, like I do appreciate the effort. It's clear to me that they purposely wanted to find 5 different shaders that worked, right? And
Yeah.
the accent colors definitely help with all of the blues, all of the highlights everywhere on the arms, the cloak, even the eyes on the helmet. Like they did a good job, and it's not a game breaking design or a wow design where like people are gonna like be wearing this all the time. But I agree. I think a 7 out of 10 is like a
Mhm.
good like middle ground. So that's a total of 14 right there. So again, whoever did this one, I love it. I love the effort behind it. Just I think that gray is the one part that's definitely hurting the design. All right, so next one here is we got a green hunter here with the Wayfarers guys. Yeah, it looks like the armor pieces work. They're going for like a street look. Doesn't really wow me as much, but it definitely works. It's very hard to do any designs with those Orpheus rigs, so I I give
Hmm.
credit where credit is due. But I think this one is a solid like 7 as well. Like no, like it's not a bad design, it's not a good design, but I do like the effort that went along with combining those exotics, which I know is tough. I think what I would change is probably the arms and maybe the cloak. But yeah, what about you?
I'm kind of right there with you, but I think I'm gonna go 8. Just because I do like this one a little bit more. It's pretty cohesive. Yeah. Do I think we could maybe switch around the arms? Yeah, maybe. But I do like. I mean, the arms and the chest piece do match up. I was gonna say like that kind of has that little armband that
True,
matches up
yeah.
with the strap that goes across the chest. But those are the same arm pieces. I still do like it a bit more than our average ones that have been showing up though.
Yep, I agree with that. So that's a total of 15 across the board for this one right here. We'll move on to the next one. We got almost all Black Hunter for a quick second, but it looks like they have different shaders here.
Hmm.
Looks like they're using the Frosties. I'm not lying to you. I feel like they just clicked a random generator on dim and just slapped something together.
Yeah,
Um,
this is
I,
very.
I,
The
I
armor
don't,
pieces are very weird.
yeah, like it doesn't work for me. I'd give this I'd probably give this a 4, sadly.
Really, for
Yeah, it doesn't wow. I'm probably gonna be ruthless in the stream, but I'd probably give it a 4, yeah.
um, I'm probably gonna go higher. I'm gonna give it 6. Yeah, it feels it's just a little wonky. It's a little too wonky for me. It's a little
Yeah.
too wonky for me.
And the
I think
pieces
there's
don't feel
definitely
like they
something
blend.
here though.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's potential, but it doesn't like I don't know. It's like I think it probably looks better in the game. I'm sure, like maybe when they're roaming around, maybe when they're doing different
Yeah.
poses, maybe in this accent like of a transmog screen, maybe it doesn't help. But yeah, solid 10 there. Sorry to whoever probably loves this design, just not it
Yeah,
for us,
this is
unfortunately.
definitely a love it or hate it kind of design.
Exactly,
I feel like you're gonna have a lot of people on the low and high ends.
exactly. And oh, okay. It's rare that people have
Okay.
been using this helmet. But I do like the way it shades, and I do like the way they use the accents with the pink coming out of the arms and then the face itself. I
Yeah,
probably would have changed the legs. I don't know why I've never liked those legs, but
Dragonfly.
over,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm just not a fan of them. But the design is good. Like it's
yeah, I
pretty
like it.
solid. Like it's actually really nice. I'd probably give this an 8 out of 10. Like I like
I give
it.
it 8 as well.
Yeah, that's actually really good. So right off the board there, that's a quick 16. But yeah, I like the. I honestly, I could see myself wearing this design. I think I would just tweak the legs personally. But yeah, good job to whoever did this. And then again, for everyone who's watching, we have about 40-ish designs per category. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. For this one here, they're using all of the same shader, but I can definitely give them benefit of the doubt just because this shader, you can't really blend it with a lot of other colors, just
Hmm.
because you're getting that chain mail all throughout. But it looks like it's pretty much the same, almost the same armor and
I'm
shader.
getting very
Yeah.
Dark Souls vibes, like entry
Yeah.
level knight that spawns in kind of vibe.
Yeah. I do like the look. I don't think it really took any effort, but yeah, I can see the Dark Souls vibes easily.
Hmm.
I do like it. I do feel like that shader it's too easy to make any armor piece look good with it.
Yeah, it's one of those cheating shaders like Precursor Vex Chrome or Ego Malign, where it's
It's
so good that it makes everything else look good no matter what it is.
yeah, it's a guarantee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do like it. I'll give them an 8. I don't think they're gonna be in the top like beating the other design that we had, but I give it a solid 8.
Okay. I'd go 7.
Yep, sounds good. So quick 15 right there. All right, next design here we got a hunter with some Metro Shift shaders there to get that black look, the classic. But
Hmm.
they're not going all black. They do have some accents here with the metal and the silver and the whites at the top. I don't mind the look. I honestly I actually don't mind it. I'm digging it.
Armor wise, I'm pretty into it, but Metro, if there's one shader I've seen enough of, it's definitely Metro Shift.
Yeah.
Going all the way back to literally season 1 of the game. But yeah, the armor look is not bad. I'm gonna go like the armor. I want to give a 4, but then the shaders it's like either a 2 or a 3 because again, just like mostly Black Hunter, Metro Shift as well. I want a little more creativity there, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 6.
6. Okay. Yeah, I'll give this one. I'll give this one a 7. I do like the look. Like I think it works, and it definitely works. A little bit too much into the Metro shift for sure, but yeah, I dig it. A solid yeah, a solid 7 there, and then if you give it a 6, that's a quick 13. So good job to whoever did this one. This one here, we got an Iron Banner look. They didn't give me a full transmog screen. They only gave me these images, so I slapped it on together. So we'll do our best to try to judge it. For anyone, by the way, whenever you're submitting designs, do a transmog screen or at least give like the full look. Don't do this type of stuff. Even if you're submitting to like Bungie as well, like for their fashion contest, they want to see the full body. Like this just is not. I know it looks fancy for an Instagram post, but it's not what you want when you're submitting for the fashion contest. But overall, it's an all right design. I think it's decent. I think the helmet just doesn't work for me, like in terms of this outfit. But I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Right
I'd probably go 6 as well. Yeah. It's just a little tough to see the front of it with like half of it cropped and then the other half cropped. It's also a look I've seen a lot with this with sort of like the chain, not necessarily chainmail, but like that. I believe I want to say the legs, the Iron Forerunner strides. Seen them a lot. It's a good Iron Banner look for when you need to do Iron Banner, challenges or like whatever.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's not blowing me away.
Yeah, I agree with that, and yeah, definitely a good look. But yeah, I switch it around a little bit. I would definitely change that helmet. But I think they were trying to. I get it. They were trying to take off the hood, the wolf's wood cloak, like that wolf head piece. So I can see why they were doing it. But yeah, it's an all right look. All right, so we got another hunter here using an iris Gossamer. I can't even say that word. Gossamer. There you go. Thank you, Datto. But in terms of the look itself, I'm digging it. I think those like piece. I know that that exotic is extremely difficult to actually like build something together. But
yeah, it's very specifically themed.
Yeah, I think I would have used the. I would have loved to see what the ornament would look like. I think the ornament shades a little bit better. It's an alright look. Like it doesn't really pop for me. It's pretty much actually even looking at this right now. It's literally the same armor pieces.
Yeah, it's all just the season armor with one specific shader. So
with one exotic. Yeah.
I think I probably just have to go 5 just because it's like the most of the work was done for you. Like you put on all the same armor pieces. The set looks good. Like don't get me wrong, and the shader's not too bad either. I do like some of those kind of like brown copper hints on the chest piece. But the work was pretty much done for you with this. So
I didn't even realize it until I looked, and I was like, yeah, I would give it a 5 as well. Like it's a good look. It's just like you kind of like just said, Bungie, do my fashion design for me, right? Like it's
right. Yeah, and then picked a shader. So
exactly, yeah. But all right, yeah, 10 out of 20 there. So we got another one here. Oh, you know what? I'll let you kick off with this one. What do you think of this?
Yeah, great shade job. I originally just thought this was going to be precursor Vex Chrome, just kind of thrown on everything. But 5 completely different shaders for a very, very cohesive look. 5 completely unique armor pieces as well. I think I'm going 9 on this at the very least.
Yeah, I love it. For a second, if you don't look at the shaders being used, you would think it's all the same shader, like right off the bat. Like there's really no details that are making it like super different. Maybe the chest piece you would think is a different shader, but overall combining with 5 different shaders and getting the same tones all throughout is pretty freaking impressive. And that ornament on that exotic is definitely making it look even better. Like
For
something
sure.
about the texture on the armor piece on the shoulders matching the wings on the cloaks, I guess headpiece. I do like this. This is actually pretty freaking sweet. I would probably also give this a 9 as well. So we'll give this a quick 18 out of 20. So right off the bat, this one here is tied for with that other design that we saw earlier, but fantastic look. Like this is yeah, that's a clean design. Good job. All right, so this one here again, they didn't give transmog stream, but thankfully we can actually see the body when I slapped it together.
Hmm.
Um, decent look overall. We've been getting so much hive armor lately that I'm kind of
Yeah.
sick of it. To be honest with you, I feel like there's just been too much. The look is good. Like don't get me wrong, but
Hmm.
I'd probably give it a solid 7. With the helmet with being the exotic, it definitely blends well with the other pieces, and I do like that they contrasted the color of the cloak. Although they might have done that accidentally while using the same shader, but I do like
Yeah.
what they did here overall. I'm just so sick of hive armor, but thankfully they did a good job. So 7 out of 10 for me.
I'm probably gonna go 7 as well. I think I might have actually gone 8 if the cloak was like more of that kind of neutral color that kind of matched up with the rest of the armor. I'm not sure how much I look or how much I like this particular cloak with this look. I feel like cloak is one area where you don't need to stay like hive themed with this kind of setup. So yeah, I'm still gonna go 7.
Sounds good. So quick 14 there. Again, good luck to whoever did this one. Yeah, I definitely I think I'm just being biased with the whole like just Bungie needs to make different type of armor now. All right, we got a very unique design here. I haven't seen that helmet piece in a very long time, but yeah, you got a unique look here. Dad, I'll let you kick off. What do you think of this one?
Um, I am not sure what's supposed to be happening here at all. I've also seen this helmet quite a lot, and it's one of those helmets where it's like, all right, you want to look like an animal, you look like an animal. Doesn't do a whole lot for me. If I had a bit more context on what we're supposed to be looking like here, I could probably give a better analysis. Um,
Oh, I
I
think
just
that
feel like this is like just some guy.
yeah, there was I do remember this post. They were trying to frig, I forgot what it was, but it was they weren't trying to make it look like a specific character, but it's like from like some game or something else. But
Okay.
either way, it didn't really pop for me either. Even like looking at it, like it's for whatever reason I like the colors. I think the colors actually like they naturally blend pretty well. It's very like pastel,
Mhm.
but the look itself is just very it's all right. I give it a 6 out of 10. Like
It's yeah, it's a cohesive look. I just don't know what they're going for. And I mean, I will say it's a bit more creative than some of the things that I've seen in the. Yeah, I'll go 7 because at least
okay.
they were like trying to go for something. I appreciate that ambition of like trying to at least be a thing as opposed to just like, oh, I'm an all black hunter. Oh, I'm all shader this guy or like whatever.
And thankfully, the colors, this is like colors that are not being used like on a regular basis. Like, there's no one wearing pastel looks in the game all the time. It's usually red, black, white, just the generic, even the most popular shaders as well. But, I'll give it to them. They, 13 out of 20 is a decent score. So good job to whoever did this one here. For the next one, we got, they looks like they're fitting the theme for good old Halloween. But I do like the look. I'm digging it. I'm digging the shader. Like, if I were to comment on this, I'm really liking. Actually, you know what I'm realizing? The arms are blending in with the other pieces without a shader on it. I'm
Yeah.
just realizing that that's actually very impressive. You're getting basically the Dusk Mine shader, but then even the legs, the exotic has that same thing, but without. Wow, you know what? I'm actually impressed by this. What do you think?
Yeah, I really like it too. I think I'm going 8. The armor came together super well. Um, yeah, completely different. Actually, I think I'm gonna go 9, just because like how everything came together so well with like two default shaders and two dusk mine shaders. Like it really clicked. I think I would still maybe try something else on the cloak just for my own curiosity.
Yeah.
Um, but I think I'm gonna go 9.
Yeah, like I'm
Not
just
not as strong of a 9 as some of the other ones, but it's just barely in there.
yeah, I'd give it an 8 for this one here. I do like it. I do like the effort, and I'm very impressed that they were able to combine an exotic with no shader, an arm piece with no shader, with two other pieces. Well, technically the chest piece with with a different shader. So yeah, good job to whoever did this. So with a 9 and 8, that's a quick 17 out of 20. Very very good look. Doesn't hit the top for me, but very fitting for Halloween. All right, we're heading into the winter's coming theme. So we got the good old cloak there. Um, but this look here, as weird as it sounds, I'm digging it. I think it doesn't wow me, but I do dig it. I do like how they combined. Again, those exotic arms are a pain to even build any transmogs with, but I do like how it fits with the chest piece. They're using different legs. The cloak looks good. It's very fitting. I would have liked it maybe with a different helmet perhaps, but I know people like the glow in the eyes on that one there with
Yeah,
the
people do
Pathfinders.
be like the Pathfinder.
Yeah, so I know that's a popular. I think I'm just tired of seeing it because I see it so often. But overall, decent look. I'd give it a solid 7. What about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. If I could do 7.5, I would. Very kind of holiday themed to me, with like the candles coming off the cloak or whatever. But I think I'm gonna go 7 as well.
Sounds good. So quick 14. Yeah, the look itself, it's very Christmassy and it definitely fits. So very good design. All right, next one there is I don't even know what language this is, but
That looks like Russian.
Russian. Okay, so this Russian Guardian right here did a very unique look. What do you think of this?
Very similar to literally the first hunter that we saw. From our I believe Spanish speaking friend. Um, I'm probably also going 7, like I did with that first one, all black hunter. The armor looks good. I'd give the armor a pretty high rating, but yeah, another. Although I do like the orange. They made a lot of orange accents kind of work. They have it in the visor, they have it in the chest piece, they have it on the legs, they have it on the cloak. Um, Actually, I don't know. I'll go 8.
You go 8. All right, I'm gonna give this one.
Probably the highest all black hunter rating I could possibly give.
Yeah, I give it a 7. I think it's all right. It doesn't wow me in terms of this one here. It's a very popular shader ever since it released, so that's like it's a no. It's in it's. I can see why everyone wants to use it, but yeah, I give them credit that they use different armor pieces to get those orange accents. So, good job overall. Ooh, ooh, I like this look. I'm digging it so far.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, that helmet is actually that ornament is really fitting
It's really
nicely for
nice.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. It's trying to be an all black hunter, but it's just like no, no, no. We're gonna add some like
Yeah.
different colors in here.
It has enough like accents going on that I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah, what do you think of this? This is wow.
I
I'm
might go
impressed.
9 on this. Also kind of a soft 9, but the armor look is just so visually striking that like it came together so nicely, and the blue accents are just popping so nice. Like that helm and cloak combo is just so nice.
Yeah, it's
I'm going 9.
perfect. Like yeah, I give it a 9 as well, easily. Like that right there is like I look at this design and I go, you know what? I'd wear this. Like this is actually pretty sweet, and I've never really thought about that helmet being utilized with a large cloak. Like it's an open face cloak rather than ones that people wear that covers more of the helmet. But this one here definitely pops. A good job to whoever did this. So 18 out of 20. I'm gonna make a note of this one here. It's definitely one of the top contenders that we're gonna have to break the tie later. But yeah, good job to whoever did this one. Now we have an orange one, an orange white hunter here. I'm digging this look overall. Like I think it definitely fits. They have different pieces. Obviously they're using the similar shader, but I know how hard it is to even get orange and white in the game. There's
Yeah.
really not that many shaders, so I'll give them a pass on that, but I like it. And then even with the helmet, with the cloak piece, it works for me. They're going for more of an aquatic look, maybe from last season. That's what they're aiming for. So I'd give it a good 7 out of 10.
I'm going 8 for sure on this. War Weary, I feel like, is a very tough shader to pull off. A lot of these orange shaders can be pretty tough. Really like how the armor came together. Orange and white is not my personal cup of tea, but like armor is for sure 5 out of 5 look from me. I'm definitely going 8.
Perfect. So quick
I
15.
would do 8.5 if I could.
Well, if you do a 0.5, I'll do a 0.5. We'll give them a quick 16 out of 20. We'll show some love there. So I'm digging it. I'm definitely digging this look, and we don't really see a lot of orange hunters in the game at all. All right, this is a bit of a blurry design. Unfortunately, they didn't give me a high quality image, so bear with me for anyone watching the stream. But overall, I do like it. We do see a lot more cowboys or cowgirls in the game right now, and I dig it with the helmet itself, but it doesn't really wow me or anything like that. So, and it's pretty much the same type of blended of shaders. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Like it's an all right look. It's not bad or amazing, but it's decent.
Yeah,
works.
I've seen a lot of these very similar cowboy looks before, even with Knucklehead Radar, although the Knucklehead Radar coloring combo with the rest of the set looks really, really good. I'll give you a slight props for using a green pair of boots as well and having them look pretty cohesive. But yeah, I'm also going to go 7. Again, Cowboy Hunter is, I've seen it. It's been done to death. I'm ready to move on from Cowboy Hunter.
You heard it here first from Datto. All right, next one here. I have not really seen a lot of people ever use this shader at all.
That's
But
Mirage. Yeah.
I don't even know if I have this shader. I know I probably do, but definitely I'm digging it. They're lucky that they're using the same chest piece and legs, which I get it. Like you're not really going to be able to blend those two really well with other armor pieces, but I'm digging it. It kind of has like it seems. I don't know if it's because of their image, but it seems to have a bit of a glow with that shader. Like for whatever reason, like it
Mhm.
looks shinier on the top area. But I do like it. What are your thoughts on this, Dana?
Yeah, I really like it as well. Um, the armor comes together quite nice. Again, even if the boots and the chest are, the overwhelming majority of the armor set, the arms and the helmet really complement the look. The cloak complements the look. I'm going 8.
Yeah, I think I'd give it an 8 as well easily. Quick 16, like it's a good look. Yeah, it fits. I love those exotic arms. It's one of my favorite. Like if you're trying to get a good look with arm pieces on a hunter, like that's easily one of my favorites. But yeah, good job to whoever did this. Very well done. It kind of gives me like Star Wars vibes in a way for whatever reason, like with the shape of the helmet, with the staff in the back. But yeah, good look. All right, so this person did not provide any details of what they used, so Datto, unfortunately, with your grading scale, might be tough on this one here.
Um,
Um,
well, it's season. I know that's Imperial. I'm pretty sure that's Empyrean Cartographer chest, which is season 8. The arms and the legs are season 21. The
yeah, and the
helmet, I'm not sure of, and then the cloak, I believe,
is this season.
the is this season. Yeah.
Yeah. They're definitely going for the avatar look right off the bat. Like I can tell. Like
Hmm.
it definitely looks good. I can see the theme of it. I can see it. I wish they provided the transmog details just to see like how much effort they put in terms of combining different elements. But I do like what they put together overall. It fits the theme entirely. Yeah, I'd give it. I'd give it an 8 for creativity, and then I'm assuming what shaders that they're using um, with all the pieces. I think they're using a different shader on the helmet and the legs, and then the same one for the arms and chest.
Hmm.
But I give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go 7 here. Um, I wish I could have seen, yeah, like you said, what exactly they're using.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. And next one on the board here again. Unfortunately, this person also did they just don't care for us to look at what they use. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not impressed by it. I feel like they just slapped some random things together. It looks funny enough. The previous design is a different person, and they use the same arms and the same chest piece, which is kind of funny even thinking about it. But
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it. Like personally, I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10.
I I'm going
But yeah,
5. Yeah, I'm just not sure what the look is really supposed to be. If we had more context, then I can give maybe a better rating. But yeah, it just kind of feels like some armor pieces thrown on.
yeah, they used the dim random generator. Just said, okay, I'm submitting this. But yeah, yeah, yeah. 11 out of 20. I think it seems fair for it. All right, next one on the board is this hunter right here. What do you think of this, Datto?
Um, I mean, it's a very bulky hunter. Shark bite looks pretty good on this set. We've just seen a lot of similar looks. I mean, I feel like half of this look is literally the hunter that we just saw, with
Yeah.
a different shader on it. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I'm Dragonfly regalia mixed with the season 21 stuff is like it's fine. Um, I'd probably go. I'm gonna go a very high 6.
Yeah, I think I'd give it a 6 as well. And my comments on this is the chest, arms, and legs work. Like I feel like okay, they blend well pretty nicely. But my issue is the cloak and the helmet. I just feel like they're just out of place in terms of the overall theme of it.
Hmm.
But I'd give it a solid 6 as well. So give that a 12 out of 20 there for whoever did this one here. Good job. Next one is a very unique hunter.
There it
Haven't
is.
yeah, you know.
Precursor Vex Chrome. Another one of these cheating shaders.
Pretty much. It's pretty much guaranteed to shade well with anything you use.
Yeah. That being said, the armor selection I think is quite good. I
Yeah.
really like how the armor all came together, completely unique pieces. Um, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I like it. I think they're fitting the theme, the solar theme clearly, you got the knives on the arms, and then you have the golden gun next to the thigh area. Like I give this a solid 8. I do wish maybe was a little bit different, maybe a different chest piece, maybe a different shaders, but it
Mhm.
definitely does look pretty decent. I give it a solid 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 7. I do really like how the armor came out
Yeah. Yeah.
overall, though.
And that helmet I've
A 7 plus.
a 7 plus. I like that. So solid 15 out of 20, and that helmet is definitely one of my favorites nowadays. I do like it.
Yeah, the
So
Taken
good.
King armor is just so insane.
Yeah. Next hunter, we got a more of a night feel
Oh,
here.
very regal.
Yeah, I haven't really seen this shader being used ever, really, and I can assume that it's probably tough to mix and match with different colors. But yeah,
That's by
it's
Kobold, I
good.
believe, from a holiday event from Dawning.
Yep,
I want to
that's
say.
correct.
Shades really nicely. Uh,
Yeah.
I I'm going 8 on this for sure. It's very, very, very regal. The shade job really makes the armor look come together. I'm not sure if they had picked a different shader, I don't think this would have come together as well as it did.
Yeah, I think overall, yeah, I think they're getting
Good
lucky
choice.
with all of the little ornaments that are on the chest piece, and then you have the little pieces
Mhm.
on the arms. I think it's definitely helping. So,
Could be a very deliberate choice as well
and then, sorry, what
for
did
all
you
these
give that out of
accessories.
10? What are you
I'm
thinking?
going 8. I'm
8?
going
Okay.
strong 8.
Strong 8. I'll match that. I'll give it an 8 as well. It is a solid look. So 16 out of 20 there. All right. What do you think of this one, Dano? They are using different shaders.
They are using different shaders to ultimately get us to a
Traditional
monochromatic
hunter.
looking hunter. Yeah. Um most of the armor really comes together. That I'm not in love with the helmet in terms of just linking the fashion look, because you have this very high tech getup on most of the armor pieces, and then we have Mask of Bacchus on. So I'm not sure if that was a stylistic choice or if that's just like, this is the exotic that I'm using in my build choice. Um, so the rest of the set, I do really like how the armor comes together, but I think I'm gonna go 7 overall.
Yeah, I give it a 7. It's not amazing, not wowing me, but it's definitely not a bad set. Like they did a decent job overall. So with 2 7s, that's a quick 14 for this one here. So good job to whoever did this one here. And then we have this hunter here. So in terms of this hunter, I do love those Aeon's arms. Like I use it anytime you want to be muscular and bulky on the arm set. Like that's definitely the go-to. But in terms of the pieces itself, I don't think it overall works for me. I think it's pretty random with the cloak. The legs, I think they're just hurting themselves, not so much of what they chose. Like I think the legs work, but it shades poorly. Like I think it just doesn't shade the way that they probably would have wanted. Um,
It's almost
the
like their jacket's too small and like their undershirt's coming through.
for such a bulky person, you probably the chest piece definitely seems out of place.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
it's
I
not
give it
doing a whole lot for me.
I
I'll
give
go
it
6.
6. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not doing a lot for me.
yeah, give a quick 12 there. Next hunter, yeah, I'm actually digging this look. I think it's actually pretty. It works for the most part. I feel like those arms would look better in this angle. I actually think they look poorly when you're looking straight on. If my memory doesn't fail me, I believe that. But we'll go based on this image, and it definitely looks good on the angle. I do think the arms might be a little bit too big, so if I were to change anything, it would definitely be the arm piece. But I do like how the helmet and cloak are coming together, especially with that red color.
Mhm.
I'd probably give it a 7 personally on this one here.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same vibe. I mean, I might go 8, just for the shade job and like how much time probably went into trying to find the exact shades that they're looking for.
Yeah.
I appreciate the work that went into it. I'm not super blown away by the look. I've seen this look a few times before, but it does come together quite nicely. I'm gonna go a low 8.
Sounds good. So quick 15 there. Decent look. Not a bad score at all. For the next one, we got the classic black-faced hunter right here. So it's just I ever since this helmet came out with this shader, it was inevitable that a lot of people would want to do some looks like this where you just don't see the face. It's a decent look, but I think I only like the top area, like the cloak with the mask. Like everything else just doesn't seem to fit for me. It's a jacket with some arms that just doesn't really come together, and then you're using exotics that are good exotics, but they're not working for me. So I'd probably still give this one a 6.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm not blown away by it. We're using, pretty basic stuff here. Yeah, it's not doing a whole lot for me.
Yeah, so yeah, overall, and sorry, you're giving what, a 6 or?
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, so 12 out of 20 there. It's an all right. It just doesn't really, yeah. They were. I would assume they were trying to aim for something. For this person here, they didn't give me a full image, but thankfully we can still see the full body overall. And that I'll let you kick it off with this one.
I do really like the sort of the. I feel like we're going for like kind of like a Rorschach test kind of vibe on the armor here that I really really like. It's very visually striking.
Yeah.
Even getting in like the cinder pinion vest, which
The
is just like
best.
a
Yeah.
basic, piece of armor here. I'm going 9 on this.
You know what? I'd probably give it a 9 too, just cause it works. Like it's so bizarre to me because the legs are blending so well with a chest piece that literally no one's using. No one's using this chest piece, but it definitely works with the color theme. Yeah, I'd give it a 9. So that's quick 18 out of 20 there. So I'll make a note on this one here. So good job to whoever did this one. Very visually striking. Very similar to like that other one that was using the black and white shaders. Very visually striking with the contrast. So good job. All right, next one on the board is this hunter with a cheating shader. Like it's such a it shades
Whispered
so well
Chain
with
thinks
some.
it's a cheater shader.
Yeah, in my opinion, anyways. Like I just feel like it shades like very well, just because it gives you a clean accent and a metal piece to go with it. Like it just looks really well. But if I judge it based on the armor pieces coming together, it works. Like it's a good look. I think I don't really have anything major that I don't like about it. I'd probably give it a solid like 8, like a strong 8 out of 10 overall. And I do like how that cloak, which probably no one's using, is coming together with that helmet. Like it's definitely working for me. So yeah, 8 out of 10. What about you?
I'm I'm going 9 out of 10 just because I this is a look that I definitely don't see a lot of at all. Um and man, do I think the armor came together really smoothly. Although again, that could be maybe it just I haven't seen enough of Whispered Sheen and it being a a cheating shader that just makes everything look good, but man, does this really make it look good. I'm actually going 9.
Yep, sounds good. So quick 17. Yeah, this shader definitely works with a lot of pieces, and yeah, good job to whoever did this one. Fantastic work. This person that unfortunately did not give me any details. I feel like they're using the same color theme as the previous design, but with no details, it is very difficult to judge it fully. And on the armor works, although that legs, I don't know. I feel like that extra flap on the left leg on the armor just looks so weird with so many pieces. But
Yeah, I think
considering
this is a
what
lot of Iron Banner gear with I want to say that's Falcons in the middle. I'm not
I thought it
100%.
was I thought it was the what is it called, the Guisen vest.
Oh, Guishan Vest, maybe it's
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's an all right look. I give it a 7, like which I think is still a good score. But just doesn't really like
Yeah,
take the
I'm gonna
cake
go
for me.
7 as well. I'm gonna go 7 as well, just without knowing more information.
Yeah,
Just purely on the look by itself.
sounds good. So quick 14 there. We got a traditional red and black hunter, but they are using a forced 5 different shaders to really get the theme
Yeah,
on board. But I feel like the pieces were just randomly generated, unfortunately, on this one
yeah. I'm
here.
just no. I feel like I'm getting no inspiration from the armor look itself. Like, I'll give you the props on mixing a bunch of black and red shaders. Um, but yeah, the armor is just so plain. I just don't feel like there's a lot going on. I feel like this was just like I want to make patches of red in
Yeah,
spots, and that was it.
yeah, I give it a 6. I think if I were to do it, yeah,
Yeah, I'd go that as well.
sounds good. Quick 12 out of 20 there. Next one, we got someone going to space. We got an astronaut in the building. I feel like I've seen a lot of these, like ever since that helmet.
I've seen
Like,
my fair share as well.
yeah, but it's not a bad look. It definitely works. I just feel like it's very similar to other ones I've seen in the past. It's a solid 8 in my books. It works. They are using different shaders, but at the end of the day, there's not that many white shaders in the game to begin with. But they definitely fit the theme for me. So yeah, I give it an 8. What about you?
Yeah, I'm going 7. I've seen a lot of the astronaut looks before, and it's a very clean look. It looks good. It's not like it doesn't look good. Um, but yeah, I'd want to see a world with a bit more color.
Yeah, or at least maybe a different theme or like something a little bit more creative. But good job to whoever did this one. So 15 out of 20 there. So looks like we got one here. That'll you kick it off with this one. What do you think?
Yeah, armor comes together a bit better. Another one of these sort of not exactly a cowboy look, but that's still kind of more rugged look that I've seen quite a lot of. So yeah, armor wise, it looks very nice. Shade wise, it comes together. It's just not my personal favorite. I'm probably going 7 overall on this.
Sounds good. I do like the pieces, how they work. For whatever reason, I know we're tired of the cowboy, cowgirl type of look, but I feel like it would have worked better with that cloak for this outfit, just because of the theme that they're trying to get by.
Mhm.
But yeah, if you're giving it a 7, I'll give it an 8. We'll give them a solid 15 out of 20. Like overall, it's a decent look, but very bland, like just very simplistic. Ooh, we got something very popping. This is a shader that just, I think it's only available for silver still. I think it's for 1,000 silver with the other
Yeah.
ornaments. It'll probably be for Bright Dust next season, but they definitely paid to enter in this contest. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But I do like the shader. I feel like it's one of those shaders that work too well with all these armor pieces, but they
It's
are using
almost
different
too
pieces.
aggressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you
But
need to really be able to know how to rein in this shader to make it look as good as it could look. Because
yeah.
otherwise, it can just kind of feel like, oh my, it's just so much coming at you.
Imagine seeing that in a PvP match, just seeing that across the side, you
Yeah.
know. Um,
But even armor wise, like, I can feel like it's even tough to tell what's going on because of this shader because there's just so much happening.
yeah.
But the armor isn't really doing a whole lot for me in general. It just feels like a few pieces that were equipped, well balanced, but not the craziest amount of cohesion.
I do feel that the armor pieces have a good shape. Like it's shaped well on the character because I know some pieces just look awkward, but in this look it definitely, it looks fine, but I think it's getting help with because of the shader. Because if you just look at the pieces of the armor, they don't work, but they are looking better with the shader. So I'd probably
Mhm.
give it a solid 7 out of 10. Like it's a decent look. That'd be in my books. What about you?
Yeah, I'd probably go 7 here.
Sounds good. It's a quick 14. All right, we only have a couple more in terms of the hunter here. So this one here, honestly, I love how random it is, but I'm digging the arms with the outfit. Like they're definitely going for more of a bulky design. They're probably trying to match a certain theme, maybe a certain character out there. Um, I actually do like it. Like I'd probably give this one. I probably give this one an 8 out of 10. Like I'm digging it overall.
I like that they were at least trying for something. They were trying to go for some kind of a look. There's some kind of a theme that they're going for. Um, I'm probably gonna go 7 just because while I appreciate the what they were trying to at least make happen, it's not my personal cup of tea. I've seen similar looks pulled off a little bit better in other setups, but I at least like that something's trying to happen.
That was good. Quick 15 there. All right, we got the classic, with that hat, as per usual. But
I this
uh,
is
what do you
unless
think?
this person is going for a very very specific character or
You
some
know,
kind of a thing.
they didn't say it in
This
the image, but by looking at it, I can maybe give them a pass if they're trying for going for like the Toy Story like Woody look. Um,
okay.
but they didn't say that. They didn't like implement, like they didn't say anything about that. But
Hmm.
that's what I think when I look at it. I think of, okay, you know what, that could be the Woody look, right? And with that, I probably give it a solid 8 if they're going for that theme. If they're going for, if
Yeah.
it's just a look, I probably give it a 6, right? But if they're going for the theme, I probably give it an 8.
Yeah. Without the context, this is a brutal look. And even trying to be like Woody from Toy Story, okay, you're getting there. But without that actual context, I probably am going a 5, maybe a low 6.
Sounds good. So then we'll say with that those two numbers, we'll give it a 14 out of 20 right there. So, a decent look, but we just don't without context or anything. Obviously, we don't know. And but the point of the fashion contest is to judge the outfit itself, not to guess what the theme is. And
Hmm.
yeah. Next one is this one here. Very similar style to that other one that we had, but I do like
Yeah.
how it's blending well with those arms. Yeah, I'm actually, although it's using basically the same shader per se, I am digging the look. I'm digging that helmet with the cloak, and I feel like we've had maybe 5 designs, maybe even more with that same cloak now. Like I feel like we've been seeing it a
Yeah.
lot more often now, and maybe it's becoming a trend, but I give this a solid A. Yeah, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. Solid 8.
I'm I'm going 9 for the same reason I went 9 on the first one of these that we kind of saw. I think the look comes together very nicely. Even if it is still kind of this like black or not necessarily fully black, it's more of like a dark, very, very dark grayish green, which I've never liked on shaders, but on this one, it's an exception. I really like a big cloak, like a big hood overall. Um, yeah, I really like how this came out.
Yeah, yeah, not too bad. So 17 out of 20 is still a very, very good score. And I think that helmet, I think you have to pay to get that helmet too, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
But
that's a paid thing. Yeah,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I have not seen that one.
Yeah, and yeah, overall good look. 17 out of 20. Can't go wrong there. Good job. Next one here is the second last look in the list for the hunters. Um, I'm not wowed by this. I do like that they kept the theme. The theme definitely is, coming together with the arms and the helmet. But for whatever reason, I just don't think I like the colors. I think they chose the same shader on purpose, but I don't think it works.
Hmm.
What do you think?
I think I like it a bit more than you do. I think it does work somewhat nicely. I think there's enough purple there as an accent that it's not too distracting. I'm gonna go light 8.
Sounds good. I'm gonna give it a 7. That's a good 15. And as you can see, everyone that's watching, Dad and I will have different opinions. But I think the total score, kind of like when you look at a 15 out of 20, you're like, you know what? That makes sense. I think that actually can pull that off. All right, this is the final look. I put a red stamp there so that way we know. A bit of a blurry image here, but at least we can see what they utilized. See, this is
Hmm.
whispered sheen. I know you don't see it often, but now like you can see that it definitely makes
Yeah.
a lot of armor pieces shade very nicely. Um, I feel like it's so similar to that other one. I wish I can go back to the other one, but I feel like it's very, very similar to that other person's look, despite being
I
different people. But I like
I
it.
am. mm, I like most of the look, and yeah, it is somewhat similar with the young Ahamkaras, and the aphotic lamp, uh, legs and the chest piece. I don't know if I like this cloak. I don't know. Like the rest of the outfit, it's very, like it doesn't have a lot of these like, it doesn't have like that fuzzy, kind
Sure,
of
yeah.
texture on it, like kind of furry cloak. I just doesn't. I don't feel like it matches up as well. But like the rest of the look is good. I'm probably gonna go 8.
I'd probably give it a 7 per se. I do like it, but that shader, I just feel like that shader just makes everything look good. And if you were to look at this with other pieces, I probably would have changed that chest piece and the cloak personally. But
Hmm.
overall, 15 out of 20, I think it's still a very good look. So, in terms of the what we have here, so I'm going to take a look at deleting some of the ones that we have here, and then keep the ones that we said were good. So we said slide 6. So everyone that's watching, what I'm doing is we have 4 that tied. So what I'm gonna do is find them on the slideshow right now. We're gonna put them together, and then Datto and I will just choose the best looking hunter, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So what I'm gonna do is paste that here. All right. So everyone, don't mind your eyes. I'm just going to swap to the very beginning. All right. So with the ones that we have here, give me one sec. I didn't expect us to have. Okay. So we had one, we had two, we had three, and we had four. Okay. Perfect. All right. So let me check this worked out. All right. So for the hunter class, everyone, so the four that tied for 18 out of 20 that we're going to try to break the tie right now is going to be with this design, that design here, and then finally this one. So I think that what we'll do here, since we have a bit of a tie, we'll look at this one here. We'll judge it, like just keep that in mind, and then for the next design, we'll judge it if we think this design is better than the previous. So we'll do like a King of the Hill, and then
Okay.
we'll move on to the next one. So right off the bat, I think this is going to be a strong contender. So keep this one in your mind. Do you believe that this gold one is better than the previous one? I personally am leaning towards the first one. I do think that one
Yeah,
pops for me.
I'm leaning towards the first one as well. I think this one is incredibly strong, and maybe I would have liked it with a different cloak or helmet. But I still really appreciate the work that went into this one. But I
Yeah,
think I'm still probably going first.
sounds good. So we agree on that. Now I think this would be the tough one right here. I think
Hmm.
between these two, while looking at both of these here, and I think what I can do as well to make it easier on you or I think I'll paste this here. There we go. So on the screen here, you should be able to see both of them. This is a tough one. That's you can go either way. I don't think anyone's
Yeah.
upset if you choose one or the other to be the top one. I think I'm still leaning towards the one on the right, just because of how it looks stunning. Like I think it works so well, and I know how tough those exotic arms are, like
Hmm.
I mentioned, and but the one on the left is good too. But I think I'm still leaning towards the right one.
Yeah, I'm like every part of me does not want to vote for the black and white look of of a character just because it's not the most creative setup, but man, am I torn.
Yeah, like they
Like
actually
I do
made it
think
good,
these are
you know.
I do think these are my top two, and I almost just want to leave them both. Because I remember what the fourth one looks like, and I do really like it, but I don't think it beats out either one of these.
Yeah, so
At
the
the
fourth
same
one was
time,
this one. Yeah, I definitely we can
yeah,
agree. Like this is not going to be at the top contender. Good design, but definitely
yeah,
not this.
spectacular look. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, this is a tough one. All right, everyone in the, you know, I'm okay letting the chat decide. You know, if we're torn, um,
Yeah.
let's leave the chat. Okay, let's give a 30 seconds. Everyone in the chat right now, say left or right. You know, we'll say 30 seconds. I'm torn too, but I think I'm still leaning more towards the right side. But if people are watching that want to say left or right, post it right now. I'll give 30 seconds. I won't leave too much time for us since we can cover the other categories. So I see right. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty much right there. Another right. So yeah, I think that makes it nice and easy. So congratulations to this person. I'll find out who the name of this person later on, since I wanted to make sure it was unbiased. But yeah, congrats. That's a good one. All right. Now what we will do is head over to Warlock. So let's move over here. Don't mind your eyes. All right. All right. Perfect. Congratulations to that person there. Now we will focus on the Warlock designs itself. So Datto, let's kick it off with this one here. What do you
Actually,
think?
give me just like 2 minutes,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I can boot it up. I'll be
Sounds
right
good.
back.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so everyone else that's watching right now, we've just uncovered the first winner for the Hunter designs. Um, they did a fantastic job, and we'll make sure we announce that properly on Twitter, and I'll do it on YouTube and all that jazz. So, at the very end, once we finalize the Hunter, Warlock, Titan looks, we'll put them on the podium, and then what we will do is basically select. Essentially who is the best design overall, who's second place, who's third place, and then we'll provide the emblems to those winners. So again, up for grabs is the Scientia Illuminata emblem, and we also have the Follow the Light emblem. These are the last of the emblems that I have. I'm hopefully going to get more for future contests. And then there's a third place emblem that I forgot the name of it right now. But overall, good job to everyone that submitted. We're going through all these designs. We'll probably be here for another hour, I'd probably say. Just going through the rest. But we still have a bunch to go through, and yeah, definitely having fun here. So hopefully everyone is enjoying these streams so far and enjoying Datto's comments. All right, let's give a shout out to who's in the chat. We have Vex Mythoclass, Nani Orb, Ducky. We got Miguel. Welcome. What up, Migs? James, welcome. James Quest. I think we had DJ earlier, Jin earlier. Congrats, congrats. Thank you so much for coming by. Ducky, welcome. Diversion, welcome. And then while Datto's just getting taking a little breather, next up will be the Warlock designs. We have a few here. I think we have about a little less than 40 designs, and then same goes for the Titans. And then for podium, this is what the podium's gonna look like right here. So we have a cool little layout here. I'll place the images on top. I was trying to make it fun for the stream, so hopefully everyone enjoys that. Excited for the Festival of the Lost Armor? No doubt. The only thing I am not excited for is that everyone is going to be looking the same. They're going to use the same armor pieces with the spider armor. But I'm obviously biased, and I love that they're bringing spider armor in the game. So there's no question I'll be using it. So I am going to be a part of the problem. But I do like I feel like the Titan is going to have the best armor for Festival of the Lost. Like the legs coming out of the chest piece is so sick. Like it's actually pretty sweet. Did not even know there was a stream until I opened YouTube because YouTube did not give you a notification. Unless you've selected the notifications bell, I think that's the only way. But I know sometimes it's like it's a hit or miss with YouTube. That's why I try to post it like on the Discord servers, on Twitter, just to try to get the stream out there. But yeah, like yeah, don't blame me, blame YouTube for not getting notification.
All right.
You haven't missed much. Welcome back. All right, so we will get on with this here. For Warlocks, this one is going to kick it off here. Looks like we have a Spanish Guardian from the looks of it, or maybe Portuguese. But yeah, I'll kick it off in terms of the design. I do feel like it works overall. It's a very simplistic look in terms of the colors, but I do like how the arms. Actually, no. You know what? With Warlocks, I always have to look at the arms as forearms. Like it's not a full arm piece, but it definitely works with the street look. I give it a 7. I don't think it wows me, but I do like it overall. What do you think, Datto?
Yeah, I'm going to soft 7. It's just not. I do like the kind of glow of the robes, kind of matching up with Cryptic Legacy. From Deepstone, but the helmet feels a little random to me.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The armor is just not doing a lot to get me interested.
Sounds good. For the next one, we got a very, very stylistic Warlock here. I do like that it's so random, but I feel like it kind of works in a way. What do you think of this one, Dado?
I appreciate that they tried to like actually go for something here. You
Yeah,
know, they're going for some sort of like a I'm getting like Gundam vibes or something like that. I mean, especially from the the robes and everything are sort of Gundam inspired, but even like the rest of the set. Although the gloves, I don't know if I would have picked those gloves with the vibe that we're going for. I'm gonna go 7 because it does feel a little all over the place, but it's in a way that I still don't really mind.
it's all over the place, but it's still acceptable. I'd give it a
Hmm.
7 too. Like it, I think the arms are out of place, but decent look overall. So 14 out of 20 there. Next one, this person unfortunately did not give any details. I'm not really wowed by the look at all, to be honest with you. It looks like they're going for like some sort of bird theme.
Yeah, this is. I'm pretty sure this is Lightkin robes, and that's. I want to say season 9, or maybe it's. I can't remember if it's season 9 or Empyrean Cartographer helmet. I think it's Righteous helmet or Virtuous helmet.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, this look really just feels like robes, all black robes, Lightkin robes with a random helmet. I'm probably gonna go 6.
6, yeah. I'd probably give it a 7. So we'll give them a 13 out of 20. It's an all right look. It's all right. Next one is this one here. I do like that. You know what? I kind of dig the colors. You don't really see colors like this in the game being utilized. I do feel like the exotic arms are slightly out of place. Maybe a different shader would have maybe helped. But overall, I'm digging it. Like overall, I'm digging it, and it's so tough to judge a warlock because the warlock, literally, the whole fashion design is the chest piece. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah,
Um,
it can be tough too. Certain, I mean, certain robes are yeah, just like 90% of the look, and the rest of it is just kind of there in the background.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I don't feel like this does anything like terribly wrong, but it's also not getting me very excited at all. I think this is looking like a yet another 7 kind of look for me. I do like the accent, the color accents and everything. The helmet's not too bad. It's not offensive. Like it doesn't feel like it's trying to do anything too crazy or ambitious.
yeah. I'd give it a 7 as well. Yeah, it's an okay look. Like I think it works. It just doesn't. It's not as striking, especially if we're comparing it with like other designs we've seen. Um, all right, the next warlock is this one here. They're going for that black theme, but I'm digging the accents with all the oranges and the yellows
All
coming
right.
out of the arms and the legs and the helmet. Um,
Yeah,
and the
I'm
chest
going for
piece.
8
Yeah,
on this. I'm
yeah,
going for 8 on this. This is something that they got that silver tactical, which is pretty nice. They're going for a kind of black and silver. Like I know it's kind of like oh, all black or black and white, but it was at least a little bit more deliberate this time. So yeah, I like the theme. I think the accents with the legs as well come together really nicely on other parts. I'm going 8.
yeah. I'm gonna go 8 as well. I think it works. Like it works. They have different pieces for the most part, and it's all coming together. And I do like how they purposely try to use different shaders. I can tell, but it works. It all comes together very nicely. So good job to whoever did that one there. We got a very bright honors of the 9 warlock here. Um, as simplistic as this one is, because it looks good. I think I like it. Probably not as much as the previous design because there's not really much else. So you don't really see any accent colors for the most part, other than the blues. But I'd probably give this one a 7 out of 10. But it's not a bad
Yeah.
design.
I'm personally going 6. I am so tired of the focusing robes. I'm so tired of the trials, the old trials helmet. In fact, literally the next time I do any sort of a chat fashion show type thing,
You're
I'm
banning
saying no, no cowboy hats and no Trials season 2 or 3 armor. It's a look I've seen a bajillion times. I don't really find it that interesting anymore. Um, and especially in like all white honors of the nine, like 3 of 5 trials. Although it might as well be like the entire look. Yeah, it's not a look that does anything for me anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Like I've seen it so much, and Honors of the Nine is literally the main white shader in the game, and it's gonna make all the armor pieces pretty much look identical. And yeah, I think a 13 out of 20 is a fair score for this one here.
Yeah, sorry, Trials lovers, but it's just it's overdone for me.
So this one here we got an ultra plasmic type of look, and I'm digging it. They're going for some sort of knight. For a second, I thought it was like all Iron Banner armor, but it looks like it's not. Like it's actually, yeah. What do you think of this one?
I wish more of the purple shine through on this thing. Like, I don't know where we're getting these like greens and grays from with this shader that's supposed to be black, silver, and purple. Where are these greens coming from? It just takes away from the look, in my opinion. And I feel like this is not shading as well as I want it to be. I think if we picked a different shader, this armor would pop a lot more. But because of the shader choice, it's only certain elements that are really getting the colors that I want it to get. So I'm probably going a low 7.
I probably give it a 7 as well, and I think I think I agree. Like it's funny because that shader has bright purple, you know what I mean, and you're getting like a very very dark purple, all throughout. And I think armor selection fantastic. I think it works. They have 5 different pieces that are all coming together very nicely, but I think they just got to change the shader to something else and mix and match. But yeah, 14 out of 20 I think is a fair score. Next one here, we got a traditional red look here. In terms of the exotic helmet, I've seen this quite frequently ever since like people use it in PvP, but I think the look is okay. Like it's overall, like I don't really have anything too major to comment on. I think the arms are very random with the look, and the legs just seem out of place. So I think it looks like a 7 for me.
Yeah, I'm pretty okay out of 10 as well. Nezarec just like historically hasn't shaded that well, and it just kind of makes you stick it. You have all these metallic reds and golds and stuff, and then the helmet just sticks out like a sore thumb. I'm going a low 7.
Yeah,
I appreciate the shade job. Appreciate that, but that can only take you so far.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, we got a very green Warlock this time around. And then, yeah, in terms of this, the same, like it's a different person, but they're using the same arms. I guess this arms is probably becoming a trend now with that look. But I think it's all right. I think it's again not a wow factor for me. I think it's a solid 7 choice. I think it's okay. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not blown away by this one either. This feels very I need to throw something together for Iron Banner type vibes. I always appreciate when someone wants to go for a green look, just because green is not something we've had in the game until very, very recently.
Yeah.
So that I do appreciate. They try to go for something a little different. But yeah, I don't know if I'm liking. I guess I don't really like the Iron Remembrance vestments as much as I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Also going to 7, yeah.
7, okay. Yeah, in terms of the look itself, I feel like we have too many green shaders in the game now, because you're right, like recently that's when they started pumping out more. And I think we just have too many at this point. But for what it's worth, they did combine 3 shaders together. So 14 out of 20 I think is still a fair score. This person, I think this is similar to probably the same person that submitted that design for the Hunter, or they didn't get a full look. I get the idea of what they're going for, but that Luminous Void, that page shader, to me is not a cheating shader, but it gets pretty close where, in this case, it does look pretty well, but it's so hard to judge. I think the helmet is pretty out of place with the overall outfit. I think the legs and chest piece and the bond work very, very well. So I'd probably just give this one probably give this one a 7 personally.
I'm gonna go a very low 8, just because I do think this is a much better example of Luminous Void being pulled off, where it's not so overstimulating that it's just blinding you. But I also agree on the helmet that it should. I would change the helmet to something else.
Yeah, I agree with that. Very subtle design. All right, so this one here, we got a decent look overall. I'll let you kick it off with this one. What do you think?
Yeah, I have a very similar look on my Warlock. I'm also using corrupting Echo cover with the Taken King robes. So I do like it. I don't know how much I like it. I mean, this person's also potentially encountering the problem that I had, which is trying to make the helmet also kind of blend in. I personally don't like the very dark helmet with the very light robes. I just don't feel like it works as well. It feels more distracting than cohesive to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I am gonna go 7. I'm gonna go 7 here. Um, I think if the helmet and the gloves weren't as distracting to me, I would like it more. This person obviously like specifically went for that because they use Cryptic Legacy on the gloves, and I'm guessing that's what it allowed them to be black.
Mm-hmm.
But me personally, I don't like when people go with like an all black helmet in this kind of situation. I'd like to see it similar color or even like more of a white.
Yeah, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. I do like the look, but I agree with you. I think the helmet does need a bit of I don't know, some texture or something just to balance it a little bit more. Um, but I do think they did a pretty decent job for a 15 out of 20. I think the arms work very well. I do like the that ornament. The Grasp of the Void ornament is so cool, and that's probably one of the few shaders that can actually get a black look with the green coming out of it naturally like that. So overall, decent look. All right, so I'll kick it off with this one here. A very glowing Warlock. Looks like, for a second, it looks like it's using all the same armor pieces, but unfortunately with Warlocks, the whole armor set is literally, again, the chest piece and the helmet, really.
Yeah.
But overall, it's all right. Like, it works, but I feel like it's not standing out for me because it's literally that chest piece and helmet. Like, there's nothing really, I don't know. And that shader itself, it works, but it's not. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a lot of effort was put into this one. Personally, I probably give it a
Yeah, I
7.
mean the armor itself looks fantastic. Thanks Bungie for bringing it back. But yeah, in terms of the creativity of putting it together, I mean 95% of the look is the helm and the robes. They naturally go together already. You can throw on any gloves, you can throw on any boots. They're basically going to be ignored. I think the Omelon Meteor Gloss actually works quite well here,
Yeah.
to give a bit of a positive. But yeah, I'm gonna go 7 just because, like, yes, the armor itself does look very good. But the effort to kind of put it together is just kind of like you put on the armor and that was about it.
Yeah, I agree with that. So quick 14 there. Next one. I'm surprised we haven't seen a lot of these dragon helmet pieces from Trials lately, but
Hmm.
very random looking design. I do see that they're using all the same shader, trying to get that same color theme. I
Yeah, it
don't
looks
feel
like
like it
precursor
works.
Vexchrome.
Yeah, I don't feel like the legs work, and I feel like the forearms are probably a little bit too big. But I do see that they're trying to going for like they're trying to use Trials armor. It's clear, right, on
Yeah.
the arms and the helmet. So it's an okay look. I give it a 7 as well.
I'm actually gonna go 8 here. I really like how this armor is coming together.
Mhm.
I actually do think the legs and the chest kind of work together pretty nicely. I just the dino hood, the dino helmet just feels a bit random because you have this very, very regal, like officer type look, and then you have a dinosaur on your head. So if that was swapped out for something that matched up with this a little bit more, I think I'd probably even go higher.
And you know what? I'm gonna pump my score up to an 8, and I'm only gonna do this based on what I think. And the reason I'm putting it to an 8 as well is because their bond. I feel like they purposely chose that bond to maybe act as like a tooth coming on, like on that side. So
Okay.
I'm assuming that is it. That's probably wrong, but I'm bumping that up if that is the intention by that bond, by acting like a tooth. So 16 out of 20 here for this look here, which is a very good score. All right, we got a green warlock. I think they forced themselves to use very different shaders. Um, it's not. I hate to say it's not working for me at all. Like it just seems so random. Like I feel like they just generated something just random and put it together. I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah, I'm there with you. The virtuous robes just for me have mostly been a miss whenever I've seen them. Um, I don't I think we can go back to the drawing board on this. It feels like a bunch of armor that was equipped.
Yeah.
I appreciate, you try to make link up a bunch of different shaders, a bunch of different green shaders to make it all cohesive, and it's moderately cohesive. But I still think I'm probably going to go with a 6.
Yeah. For the next one here, I'm surprised we haven't seen a lot of these Kitsune like hood helmets as much as it got released a year ago, but I
I
am
have seen
actually
them
very dig.
quite a lot.
You see it a lot? No, okay.
I see them quite a lot. Yeah, it's I mean it's a good looking helmet, but you really have to have an outfit that makes it fit.
And I'll be honest, I think this one, I love it. I think this one's actually a good one. I think I give it a 9. I think for whatever reason the forearms on this one actually look really nicely. It gives that cat theme, and I feel like the legs actually work pretty nicely in terms of the chest piece. It comes together, although it's using the same shader, at least the shader is giving some accents, and I'm assuming it's probably hard to match that shader with other. Actually, I can't even think of a lot of pink shaders in the game that are pastel-like, that are very light. I don't think we
Yeah,
have that many.
you have like Flower Child, which is one. You have maybe Dusk and Dawn, which was from forever ago. And I know there's like another. There's some other sort of pink, light pink one that I can't remember the name of right now. So
Yeah,
there's a few, but you don't have a lot.
yeah. So yeah,
Um,
I give them a 9 on this one. I actually do enjoy this one. It's very
I'm not gonna go as high as you, but I am gonna go an 8.
sounds good. So that's a 17 out of 20 there. So good job to whoever did this one. Yeah, it definitely comes together really nicely. All right, we got a very green look with different shaders on this one that actually is blending out really nicely. Um, yeah, I like it. I like that they're trying to using a different helmet to provide a glow that's similar to obviously what we're getting in the raid. And then you have a
Yeah.
chest piece that's also providing glow. Then you also have the arms that which is coming from oh you're having a bit of a glow with the exotics as well. Yeah, you know what? I'm digging this one. What do you think?
It's not the personal color of green that I like to do. I usually like to embrace a bit more of a subtler green approach, and this is just very aggressively green. Um, but I think I'm still probably going to go with a relatively high score. I think I'm going to go with an 8.
I'd probably give it an 8 as well. I do like it. Like I think it's fitting that hive theme very nicely. And I can see that they had intention by using different shaders that would work, and then of course they have different pieces that are all coming together.
Yeah, this is something that definitely had some craft behind it.
Now with this one here, we gotta using all the same shader overall, so they're going for that neon theme, but it comes together pretty nicely. The arms work well with that exotic piece. The chest and the helmet actually work for me, and I feel like that chest piece can be difficult to shade if you're trying to go for something with like a 2 or 3 tone accent with the different colors. But
Mhm.
yeah, I actually like that helmet. I don't really see that helmet too frequent, but it does seem to work really well with this chest piece. I think I give it a strong 8. I actually do dig it.
Um, I think the shader is doing a lot of the heavy lifting here, personally. Because it's just like one of those just completely crazy shaders with all these, different kind of textures and color, kind of weaving in and out. I still like how it came out, and there was some time definitely spent putting together the armor piece selections, and I think the armor definitely complements what they were going for in terms of pulling off this shader. Helmet, I do like. I would just want to see for my own curiosity if there's anything else available. But I'm gonna go. I think I'm probably gonna go a low 8.
Sounds good. Perfect. 16 out of 20 right there. This one, sorry for the blurry image for everyone watching, but you get the idea of what is being shown on the screen. They're going for like that dark look. I've always seen a lot of this people use this chest piece with this helmet, and I get it. They like that chest piece because it gives that wool look, that old style, and then that helmet. I know everyone likes that helmet from Trials, but I just don't see those working together all the time. And I think the look they chose some different random pieces to come together, and it's fine. Maybe they're going for a Batman theme, maybe with the forearms and the boots. That's my guess, anyways. But I think in terms of the look itself, I'm not wowed by it personally, and I'd probably give it just a 7, just a regular 7.
I'm going 6 at the highest. All black, whoop-de-doo. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the helmet either. I just, yeah, I've very little to say on it. Just not inspired at all.
Yeah, it's been done way too often with that helmet, unfortunately. But yeah, 13 out of 20 for that one there. All right, we got a very Iron Banner-esque look without any Iron Banner armor. But I do, you know what? I'll let you kick it off with this. What do you think of this one?
It's not bad. Something if that feels also deliberately thrown together, or not thrown together, deliberately picked certain armor pieces. Eagle's Hood, I'm not even sure where that's from.
That's the Assassin's Creed Eververse
Oh,
set.
okay. It
Yeah.
makes sense why I don't recognize it. Yeah, it's not bad. I like some of these gold pops here. I think this refined Revels works a bit better on this set compared to some other sets that I've seen. I think I'm gonna go 8.
Yeah, I think for this one here, I'd give it an 8 as well. I do like, it's so weird how you're getting such a subtle gold accent like on the armor piece area when this shader doesn't seem to be aiming for that, which is kind of funny. But I do, yeah, it works. It definitely works. I can see it as an Iron Banner look when it's not even using those pieces. So 16 out of 20 I think is a fair look for that one there. All right, we got this one here. The next two won't be providing any details, unfortunately. But again, this helmet just, I know why people use it. They like it. They probably put some effort to get it in trials. It just does not work for me in terms of this look. And those boots are, not to laugh at someone's design, but it just does not work in this outfit, personally. I'd probably give it a 6 at the highest point. What about you?
Yeah, I'm there with you. The helmet doesn't do anything for me. I don't feel like there's a lot of cohesion other than the shader doing a lot of the work. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
and it's
just not,
it's
it
definitely
just
it's the
just
same
feels
shader all throughout. It's
yeah.
guaranteed the same shader. Yeah, yeah. So I think 12 out of 20 I think is a fair look for that one there. For this one, we don't know the details on it, but it looks like they love Gambit.
Oh my God.
But in terms of I like, it's weird. I love how those arms look with whatever shader that they're using, but it just does not work well with the outfit. I would have loved maybe to see more of that texture and those colors in other areas in the outfit, but it doesn't work for me. I feel like the shader that they use on the helmet, it doesn't blend well. The boots, I get it, they're going for a specific theme, so fine, I'll leave that. But then the chest piece, I do think they need to choose a different one. Yeah, it's an all overall random look for me. I'd probably still give this one a 6.
Yeah, again, without knowing more context, I mean, I don't know if they're going for like a Mutant Ninja Turtle thing or something. I have no idea. I appreciate that they're at least trying to stick out at least a little bit.
Mhm.
Um, it's just not the way that I would do it. But I will go low seven just because they tried something.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. So 13 out of 20 there. Someone in the chat thought it was a TMNT as well. So maybe, yeah, maybe if they're going for that specific theme, then sure. I still don't see it, but I do know cosplaying as a warlock is very, very difficult. So, all right, this helmet I've seen quite often, especially with this overall NPA chest piece and boots look. Like I've seen it quite frequently throughout the times, but I do like how that shader makes it all look like whatever we would call that material that's developing with the dawning warmth. It definitely works,
Mm-hmm.
and I do think the helmet actually fits with the overall theme. The arms, they could have technically used whatever arms that they wanted, but this one, for the most part, it definitely works. Boots and chest pieces, a given, it's literally the same set, so not really much creativity there. Shader, yeah, I probably would have changed the shader maybe on the helmet to something else, but it's a decent look. I'd probably give it an 8. Overall, it's pretty much literally the NPA outfit plus one shader.
Yeah, I always like when warlocks go for a look that doesn't have like a super big robe in it, just to see what else they're really capable of.
Yep.
Um, and this is obviously a set that has some, they spent time trying to make an underwater deep sea diver type kind of deal. I think I'm gonna go high seven. It's not personally what I enjoy, but I do appreciate, what went into trying to make something different happen. They're trying to do something different.
Yeah, I hope Bungie introduces more different types of chess pieces, kind of like this, like give you just more range of options, you know. But good effort for this person to get a 15. All right, we got this one here with the ancestral cover helmet. We got the Whisper Cheat, and now you see it, right, Datto? Now you see that shader. It's popping up a lot more now.
Shame.
I think we've seen it like 6 times in this whole video so far, this stream. But in terms of the outfit, I do like how it works. You know, I do feel like it comes together, but I do believe that this shader is doing a lot of the work. Like it's making it nice and easy for them. Although it works, but it's pretty much a 2 armor piece set put together with that exotic, with that basically the one shader. I'm not even going to count the shader on the bond because they're trying to make the bond disappear. So that's cool. So we're not even going to look at the bond there. So it's pretty much 2 outfits with one shader built into one that works. I probably still give it an 8 just because I do like the look, but I don't think they did a lot of the heavy lifting at all.
Yeah, I'm going kind of like a mid seven. The helmet, I don't know. I guess I just don't like this helmet, or I guess I just don't like it on this more kind of like typical warlock look. Like this is a helmet that if you're gonna use it, you need to come at me with like a less typical warlock vibe. And this, to me, otherwise is a very typical warlock vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, I think overall, I think a 15 out of 20 is a fair score, but yeah, it's I don't know. I want more creativity when it comes to this, which I know is definitely tough with warlocks. And then we have an ironwood shadered warlock here. What do you think of this one?
This looks incredibly similar to a warlock we saw earlier. In fact,
Hmm.
it wouldn't surprise me if it was literally the exact same warlock, just with the ironwood shader instead of a bunch of green shaders.
Yeah, it
Um,
wouldn't surprise me either.
so as a result, I'm probably gonna go seven. I do like the shader choice a lot more, but not enough to push me into those higher ratings.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 6 for me, so that's a 13 out of 20 there. Like it's a decent look, like it works, like it's fine, and that helmet is obviously very popular. Not a bad look by any means, just not a look that that takes the top cake for me. Oh, okay, so we have a very unique look here. I'm surprised we haven't seen a lot of exotic chess pieces being used. Like
Hmm.
throughout this. Yeah, I don't. I think we maybe
I
seen
th-
this might be
I
one of the
think it's
first ones actually.
because like one of the most popular pieces for Phoenix Protocol is just like one of those pieces that it's like a cheating shader except it's an ornament where it just looks so good in almost any shader that it's almost cheating. Um, this one, I think I would prefer a different helmet, just for my own curiosity. But I do like how the rest of the set came together with that Hoarfrost sunrise. I think I'm gonna go 8. But I
I
would
think
love to see if it was a different helmet. I could have potentially gone to a 9.
Yeah, with this one here, I really like the look. I think it comes together really nicely. Although using the one shader, the different pieces, you can actually see the different pieces in the outfit overall, and I actually think it works. I think a different helmet could also pique my curiosity as well, but I do think it actually does a pretty decent job here. I think I'd probably give it an 8 as well. So a solid 16 on the board here. But yeah, I like it overall. All right, we got a funky red-looking warlock here. Um, yeah, I do like the effort that they're trying to go with the different shaders. I think they're forcing it. Uh, and let's face it, again, the outfit is pretty much that chess piece in terms of this one here, but they are choosing different pieces for the boots as well as the helmet itself, which I think work, but I feel like the Aeons just I don't know. I feel like it's not working for me in terms of this outfit, and that's more of a Bungie issue rather than the person that designed this. I think they're just trying to get something a little bit more mechanical, maybe robotic in a certain way because of the boots and the helmet. But for whatever reason, those Aeons just feel out of place.
Um, Yeah, the robes I wish didn't have that like green placeholder look. I wish it was just black, or I wish it was just a different color, some kind of a color overall, because the top half of the chest piece looks really cool, but the rest of the robes just end up looking so plain. I do like that. The armor for the most part, I don't actually mind the Aeons too much. They're a little bit busier, but they still have that kind of robotic metallic theme to them, so I don't mind it as much. But man, do I wish this just shaded a bit better, and that's not even completely their fault. It's just like how certain items accept certain shaders, and you're just left with this massive gap of just this sort of this plain green type look. And I have never liked it. I've never liked how this like ended up shading as a result. Um, I'm gonna go with a high 7 though.
I'd probably give it. I'll be nice. I'll give it an 8 for this one here. It's a good look overall for the most part. Just those Aeons, just for whatever reason, just feel out of place for me. But you're right. Like there's just so much random green that's on this outfit. And it's not even their fault. That's just the way that it's being shaded. But a 15 out of 20, I think, is still a fair score. Whispered Sheen. I'm telling you, this shader is gonna be everywhere from now on. We'll probably see
Yeah.
it a lot next month with this month for this Halloween stuff. But I'm surprised we haven't seen more of this helmet with all like some of these hive theme outfits. But
It's a bit of an
yeah,
older helmet, so that's
yeah,
probably why.
true. That is a good point. And at this point, who knows? Maybe Bungie will sell it. Yeah, for heifers. But jokes aside, I think the outfit is pretty randomly put together. I do like the chest piece for like what it is. I just don't know if I'm digging the shader or the color that's being utilized. The boots just seem like it's popping off when it shouldn't be. I feel like maybe if they swapped the colors of the boots to the chest piece, maybe it would have looked a bit better. But that Whispered Sheen, I've seen it way too often, and I'm just not impressed by it anymore. And in terms of this Warlock outfit, I'd probably give it maybe a 6 out of 10, a high 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna go low 7. I wonder what the decision was behind putting Mercury Vex Chrome on the robes, but then Whispered Sheen on everything else. I guess they wanted to go for that like sort of bone type look, but it just ends up making the robes look again like they have just some sort of a placeholder type shader color on them. It's like at that point, I'd rather just see whispered sheen on the robes and have everything kind of match up a little bit better. You know, I've seen steeplechase with the Sunbracer look, going for those glows. It looks very good. But I'm just kind of like drawn to those 3 points in particular as opposed to the entire outfit
Yeah.
altogether.
Yeah, because you're looking at where your eyes are drawing you in, right? Like it's right to the chest, and it's such a like a very awkward color
Yeah.
overall. But yeah, that's a 13 out of 20 there. In terms of this outfit here, um, I, I hate to say it, I feel like it's a randomly generated outfit for the most part, but with a forced, choosing different shaders. It is not working for me, especially with that helmet and the boots. Like it's just, it's not a roasting stream at all, but this would probably be one of my top ones to roast.
Yeah, the helmet, I'm kind of over the helmet personally. New Age Black Armory is a shader that I've historically not liked. Again, we're having that sort of greenish gray color come up on the robes. It just doesn't look good in my eyes. I wish it was just more of a black or a deeper color that didn't feel so plain. Doesn't feel like there's any cohesion here really at all. It's just a bit too all over the place for me. And outside of the glows, like it doesn't really feel like it has a whole lot going on. I'm probably going 5.
Yeah, I'm going 5 as well. We'll give that a solid 10, but yeah, they're going for glows. It seems like it just, yeah, it's not working for me, sadly. And that green, you're right. We're seeing it way too often with so many different shaders that maybe that's like maybe the generic color that they're maybe using for a lot of these armor pieces. But it's, I don't know, maybe it's just a you and me problem. Maybe it's something that everyone's starting to like. All right, for the next one on board, we got the Skybreaker hood, which is, we haven't seen too often on, but I definitely like it. It looks like they went flawless during that week, so that's why it's glowing there. But I'm actually digging the look. You know what? I'm actually digging the look overall. I probably give it
you
a
can
9. Yeah.
really you can really see the difference on these robes. I just said like I didn't like them because of the way that they were ended up shading with that sort of awful green color. And now you have a shader that actually shades them quite nicely in this kind of dark brown. And like look how much better it looks when it's actually shading, like when the shader's actually doing something for you. Um I'm This is like the first one that I've actually kind of been like, all right, I feel like we
Yeah.
really got something cooking here. I granted, Glorious Patina, New Monarchy Diamonds, we're going for all this gold stuff, kind of like almost like a butterbark, but shiny.
Hmm.
Um, but I still do really like it. You have
Yeah.
the dragon helmet matching up with the shoulder pads, matching up with the belt going across, matching up with the claws of Ahamkara. I really like it. I really like it. I think I'm also gonna go 9.
Yeah, I think with an 18 out of 20, this is like you said, this is the first one from the Warlock list, which I know is easily the hardest class to really make something fully pop and stand out. This one actually like really is nice, and I do like that they used a shader on the leg piece that is different. They could have easily used the same shader across the board, but it's clear that they chose a shader that still had some gold/brown accents on the foot area, but it didn't take away from the rest of the outfit. Like that the rest of the outfit could at least shine through while leaving the legs in the background where it should be. So yeah, good job here. That's easily the best one that we've seen so far. So congratulations on that 18 out of 20. Next one here, we got a very blue, which I don't think I've seen very often at all. What do you think of this one, Datto?
Um, I think I would like different robes. The robes don't feel like they match the energy of the helmet or the gloves. They just feel like I want more of what's happening with the gloves and the helmet, or I want to switch the helmet and the gloves to match the energy of the robes. It just feels like we haven't picked a side. We need to pick a side here and figure out like what are we trying to be. So I think I'm probably gonna go low 7. I want more decision to be made.
Yeah, I'd probably give them a 7 as well. I do like the effort of trying to choose different blue shaders. They're forcing it. They're choosing different armor pieces as well, and it fits in terms of like, you know, but it just doesn't feel like it's blending well nicely at all. So, yeah, 14 out of 20. I still think it's a fair score for this one here. Next one on the list is our favorite helmet, Datto.
Ay, ay, ay.
But I will say I do honestly change the helmet and you got a way better look. You know what I mean? Like I do like how this is the colors popping, although that shader is very I guess that shader needs to change its icon because it's that purplish blue color just doesn't seem to be
I think it's just the
on it.
lighting. Because
Could
the
be
lighting in this screen doesn't always match the lighting in the normal character screen. So I think once you
true.
change the lighting, it's going to show up as a lot more blue. But in this lighting, it shows up close enough to that purple that I'll give it a pass.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't mind the red accents.
Me
Um,
either. No. It's very
but
subtle. It's very subtle, you know, like with the red,
yeah,
even the
but
contender of bar.
in general, I'm not particularly blown away by the look, really.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd give it a 7, but that helmet needs to be changed.
yeah, I'll go a low 7 as well.
Yeah. So 14 out of 20 there. I do like the chest piece because that sword in the background is very creative. Like Bungie doesn't really do that for Warlocks, which I think they need to
Mhm.
do more of. Just adding like more objects, more just something on this Warlock just to feel more creative. But yeah, changing the helmet, whoever did this, and you got a way better look. All right, next one on the list is this one here. I haven't really seen a lot of this helmet being utilized. Um, I'm not a fan of this chest piece personally with the overall look, but I do like how it's blending with the boots. I think it works, but I think they need to change, kind of like the last one. You got to change the helmet and arms, or vice versa, change the chest piece and boots, and then you got a way better look.
Yeah,
Personally,
how do we have like these like this super outrageous helmet from Brood of Nightmares, like one of the craziest armor sets, along with these ridiculous arms, and we end up with the Wildwood robes.
yeah.
Like give me something to match the energy of the helmet and the arms. We just come across so plain.
Yeah.
Um yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
and
go
and the
low
color too
7.
does. Yeah, it's very so like quiet. It's like a quiet look, you know. And
Yeah.
yes, I think 7 a piece. Yeah, I think 14 for this one here. It's an all right look, not bad, not good. Just needs some changes to get to that next level. All right, we got the Descendant of Vex Chrome shader across the board on this outfit here. What do you think this one, Detto?
I like there's at least a little more going on here. There might be a bit too much color going on here. With the Descendant Vex Chrome and a lot of these accessories, it feels busy, but not for the greatest reasons. Um, yeah, hood and chest piece are pretty okay. Boots, I'm not a huge fan of, mainly because you have a lot of these like clothy bone type looks, and then we have like a very sort of like armory set of boots. There's something here, but I would love to see different shaders. Maybe this looks better in game versus a screenshot. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's probably why they angled it. It probably doesn't look good like even face on. So it's probably like very specific moments that this looks good. Maybe it looks good when it's like getting that cutscene moment where your character's shown. So it probably looks better in that aspect. But I'd probably give it. I'd give it a 7. I give it a 7. It's an all right look. And then you gave it what, Dano?
I'm gonna go 7 as well.
Sounds good. 14 out of 20 there. Next one, we only have 2 more before the end of the Warlock series. So this person thankfully gave a bit of a full body. Thankfully for boots on a Warlock, we don't really need to worry about it. So I blended their 2 images together so we can see their details. I do feel like this helmet was very popular when it came out a while back, but you know, overall the color theme works. I think it's a decent look. I think they're pretty much getting lucky with the chest piece and the helmet really carrying the weight of it. But I do like the blend of it, and I definitely give it a solid 8. I do like
Yeah,
it.
I might actually go 9 here. This is another set that like it comes together really nicely. historically I've not liked Ancient Republic, but on this one, I think just the way the armor pieces are taking some of the certain colors of the shaders, it makes it look really, really nice. I'm actually gonna go 9.
Good. So that's a 17 there, not quite to get to the top, but definitely a good look. Like, I think for me, it's, yeah, I think I'm still sticking to what I wrote. So yeah, 17 out of 20 there. And then with the final one, this person gave the images like this, so I plastered it together.
Jesus.
Um,
People are
but
doing more work. I don't
I know,
understand.
I don't know why.
I've asked for just that appearance customization screen too, and so many people will come at me with like different pictures. I'm just like, just hit print screen on this. That's all I want. Just do that.
Exactly. Just keep it simple. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, the look itself, you're going for that, just that red look. I think it works, but it's pretty much getting carried with like two pieces of armor. I don't think the boots actually work at all in this outfit, personally. It probably looks better in the game. I wish I could have seen it. Maybe in the character screen, maybe it looks a little different. I don't know if they, when they copied or extracted this character from the transmog, it might have like adjusted some of the colors. But yeah, I don't think the boots work for me. I think this is just a regular look. I'd give it a 7. Nothing wowing me in terms of this one here. But I do like the overall pieces being used on the top area. But I probably would have chosen maybe different shaders. Maybe for the helmet, maybe the boots.
Yeah, I think the helmet reminds me too much of the Trials helmet, which I'm just not a huge fan of. Because that's originally what I thought this was just like, oh boy, another Trials helmet, but it's not. But it's close. It's close enough. The boots, I don't necessarily mind that much. They're just kind of there in the background. I do really like how the Crucible Alizarin like looks on this particular set of robes. But the robes are, yeah, doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Um, so I'm probably also going with a 7.
Yeah, so I think right there, that'll be a quick 14 on the board there. So with that, that would actually mean that we only had one design that got the top score here with that 18 out of 20. That'd be this one here. But I'm actually very happy with that. I don't think there's any other design. I know we had that one couple slides ago that stood out to us, but
Yeah.
I still think this one would have taken the cake regardless if they had gotten the same score. This one just, yeah, this one's actually really, really well done. So good job to whoever did this one here. Fantastic work. And all right, now we are in the final category. Probably another 30 minutes of this, everyone. And then, yeah, we'll choose who's in the top podiums. So we'll kick it off with this Titan here. We got a very metallic looking Titan. Um, and I know it's not on them. I know they're going for the look overall, but for whatever reason, whatever shape Bungie's using with some armor pieces, with the female Titans, it just does not work. But I do like the, the hips don't lie looks. You have the bigger hips area. It's very out there. But for whatever reason, the chest piece kind of like makes it look curved. I don't know. It just looks so like warped. Like the chest piece area looks like it's awkwardly like shaped, like it's closer to the left side. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it just looks a little like awkward. But I'll judge it based on the pieces itself, and I think it works. I do like how the boots is matching the helmet accent with that red glow. They're going for a more metallic feel. Doesn't really wow me, but a solid 7 in my books.
I'm gonna go 8 actually. I do actually really like how the armor comes together. I actually hear way more complaints about male Titans and how their armor ends up looking as like female feels like it's way better balanced. But we're Gambit Chrome, okay. But I still really like how all the armor came together. I think it's very cohesive. So I'm going 8.
Sounds good. So solid 15 right there. I think one thing I do wish, and I'm sure we'll get it in the future, the ability to change a Titan from like a male to female, like giving that ability to,
Right.
I would think, and maybe that's something that would maybe break the game. However, having that ability maybe in a future game or a future installment would be pretty cool and give abilities for more fashion designs. But good job to whoever did this one here. This person did not provide any details, and I wish they did. They're probably using the same shader from the looks of it. It's probably guaranteed at that point. but I do like the look. Like I really like how it's utilizing that exotic leg piece. Um, it comes together really nicely. It's subtle on the chest, popping on the arms. The helmet is really popular nowadays. I'd give this a solid 8 out of. I'd probably even push it to an. I'd probably give it. I'm really digging it, and it's getting carried by the actual shader itself, but I'd give it a 9.
I'm also going 9. I think this
Yeah.
came together really, really nicely. I mean, the touch of malice is also helping a bit.
Yeah.
And I wish we could see the screen. I think that helmet is from this season.
Yeah.
I think that chest piece is that chest piece from a while ago. I almost want to say it's 30th anniversary. Um, the
Yeah.
other pieces I'm not sure where they come from. But or the legs are a Bane Leap. But yeah, I think it's
It
very
works.
well themed, very well shaded. Colors all in the right spots. I'm definitely going 9. I think this is the closest thing that I've gotten to a 10.
Yeah. I think this is good. 18 out of 20, I think, is a solid start to the Titan series. Next one up, this person was trying to go for like a, what is that game called? Digimon type of look. So I forgot the character.
I have
Um,
no idea what basically any Digimon look like.
Yeah, so
So
it's gonna be a tough one based on what they were trying to get. I can see the theme of it. However, if we're gonna compare this to the design right before it, it's a tough. It's a like it just
yeah.
the last one takes the cake, right? I think what's hurting for them in terms of this theme is how the shaders are being utilized. You're forcing 5 different shaders, but when you're doing cosplays, you don't need to force 5 different shaders. You know what I mean? Like you should force different shaders if you're trying to go for like a nice curative fashion design, but when you go for cosplay, I think it's okay if you choose the same shader in some aspects because that arm piece just is out of place. But I know that you don't really know Digimon that much. I don't know
No,
it
I don't.
fully. Metal Greymon, yeah, I believe you're right, George, in the chat. It's a decent look, like good cosplay look, just not gonna take the cake for this contest. I think for me, I'd give it a solid. I give it a solid 7 out of 10. Based on it, I would have changed a couple aspects, but that's on me.
Without the knowledge of Digimon literally at all, I would say this needs to be scrapped almost altogether and make it into something else. I will give it a low 6 at best.
Sounds good. So 13 out of 20 right there. Next up, and I think it hurts that the previous design was such a that's a it had that wow factor that I think a lot of these designs are actually going to get hurt by it. In terms of this one here, it's a very random look. I do know that shader's popular. I get it. I see it all the time now, but for whatever reason, I am not liking that mark at all. I get it. They're trying to get maybe the accent color, sure, but I feel like that's getting forced by the shader anyway, so that doesn't really matter. The boots just seem so out of place. The chest piece, it doesn't work for me, and
It's
I probably give it a
yeah,
6 personally.
I'm also in the 6 region. It's not as cohesive as I want it to be. I don't know. There's just it's just proportionally off a little bit. I respect trying to go for those accents on the mark and the gloves and everything, but yeah, just something about it just doesn't feel as cohesive as I want it to be.
Yeah, I agree with that. Next one on the list here. You got that traditional light green look. I can see that they're trying to go for an overall theme here, like a Warmind theme. And I do like the fact that they're choosing a chess piece that's very unique, that is tough to actually try to make a build out of even. But I do like what they put together overall. Like, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. Like, I do like the look. I think the pieces work. The arm piece is thankfully subtle. Like that arm, that bicep area with that shoulder piece is subtle enough that it doesn't take away from the rest of the outfit. So yeah, I give it an 8.
I'm gonna go high 7. I want a different mark. I feel like the rest of the look is it's like clean and sleek, and then you have this gigantic mark that doesn't really feel like it matches the energy of the rest of the set, which is like this very metallic, sharp kind of feel to it. So if it was a different mark, I think I'd probably go a little bit higher.
Sounds good. So 15 out of 20 there. All right, this person did not provide a clean transmog look. They provided half the image data, and they just gave us this. But
Yeah.
nevertheless, I put it together onto the slide. I do like the look. I do think it's looking way better in this cutscene, like at the PvP scene, jumping into the game, that it probably would have looked in the transmog screen. So that's why I'm assuming they moved that out. However, it works. Like I do think the pieces all come together. I think if you're gonna wear this during Iron Banner, you gotta, it's definitely a cool outfit. I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. Not the best look that we've seen so far, but it does come together really nicely.
Yeah, it's pretty well constructed. I like a lot of those sort of raised elements on a lot of the armor pieces. I wouldn't mind seeing a different chest piece. Again, there's like we have all these metallic elements and then this very fuzzy chest piece. So I'd like to see what else is potentially there. But otherwise, I'm also gonna go I'm gonna go high 7.
Sounds good. So 15 out of 20 right there. And I think people go for this chest piece because of that the shield in the back. I'm guessing that's why they were going for it. So I do hope Bungie does more things like that. And I know they are with the Festival of the Lost with the spider armor with like the legs coming out. So hopefully they continue to do that. So 15 out of 20 there. Next one is this phenotype look with the Titan. I'm liking the color theme. I just feel like the pieces are out of place. I feel like that helmet is really taking my eyes away from the rest of the outfit a lot. I do like that it's creative, but I don't think that Trials ornament works. Yeah, I'd probably give it a 7 on this one here. It just, I feel like I would just change a lot of these pieces. Like I think the chest piece just doesn't work for me. The mark is definitely out of line. Yeah, I'd probably change the chest and the mark.
I think I feel like this armor set started with the Trials Prestige ornament, and then they were like, okay, what else can I do to like match so I have all these blue accents, and then just threw on the things that might have looked like they had the best blue accents on them, and that was kind of
The
where it
theme, yeah.
ended. Um, it's not the worst look I've ever seen, but I'm not falling in love with it. And I appreciate those accents, but I feel like there are other ways to go about it to make the set feel more connected.
Yeah. And so what do you give it?
Oh, 7.
7? Okay. So that's a solid 14 there. Next one on the list is this fatigued copper type of look. I know there's not many that can do this copper shade on it, so I'll give them a pass on that. But overall, the look is okay. It's your traditional knight look that people used to utilize with some older pieces. So I think it's fine. It doesn't really wow me. I'd probably give it a 7. Like it's an alright look. Like it's fine. Like I don't think anything's really wrong with it or anything's out of place. Yeah, just a solid 7.
I'm actually gonna go a little bit higher. I'm going 8. I do like how all the armor pieces come together. I think they're all nicely blended. They all have those sort of like rounded edges to them, and sort of like circular looks on them. I do think the fetid copper looks quite nice on here. I like that there's a lot more bronze and green is more of an accent. I'm going 8.
Sounds good. Solid 15 right there. Good job to whoever did that one there. Next one, we have a Throne of Suit shaded outfit. What do you think of this one?
Brown of Soot, huh?
I think that's one of like the
I am
first legendary shaders, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm liking this. I'm liking this quite a lot actually. Great theming. The shade job is working exactly the way that I want it to be working out. Yellow secondary color, and you have these sort of like silvery gray main colors. I'm going like a pretty high 8 on this.
Yeah, I'm doing 8 as well. I do like the colors being utilized. It is the same shader, so they're being carried on that aspect, but the pieces being utilized actually really works. That's a very tough helmet to really build anything around of. And the way they pulled that off with those arms, I think it's work. And they chose the right mark, something very subtle, off to the side, doesn't take away from the rest of the outfit. So a solid 16 out of 20 there. Next one, we got a Resilient Laurel shaded Titan outfit. I do like how it's coming together. They're fitting that winter theme from the looks of it. I feel like the boots are out of place for me. The helmet,
The boots and the helmet are out of
yeah,
place to me.
yeah. It just and the arms and the chest piece obviously work because it's literally the same armor set. I'm not a fan personally. I do like the colors being utilized and the accents with the cyan, but I'd probably give this one probably give it a 6 to be honest.
I'm still gonna go into the 7 range, because I do like how the shaders work on the set overall. I think it's pretty nicely balanced. But yeah, in terms of the armor pieces themselves, it does feel a little kind of all over the place. I want one vibe. I either want the helmet vibe or I want like the chest piece and arm vibe.
Agreed with that. In terms of the next one here, again, this is the same person that entered in the Warlock and the Hunter design. Again, whoever did this one, try to submit your transmog to design. Just because we could see it, and the fact is, you don't even provide us an option to see like the full outfit nice and clean. So this is a tough one to judge. I think I like the look of it overall. It is getting carried with that iron gold shader, which is pretty much in my books a cheating shader for a lot of outfits, so you got to really get by. But I do like the pieces that are being utilized. I think all of them work pretty nicely. I probably give it 8 in my books, but again, being carried by that shader. But next time, please provide the full image of the body, like something.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm gonna go with a high 7. I think the shader is doing a lot of the work. These armor pieces, I mean, Winged Discipline, Phoenix Strife, these have been in the game for an eternity now. It's not that they don't look good. There's a very just old school vibe. Um, and it's a fine look. It's a fine look. It's a clean look, but it's not anything that I think is particularly ambitious.
Agreed with that. Next one here, we got a silver tactical look. This is man, this is a tough one for me. This one looks very, very random. I'm not digging it, unfortunately. I just feel like it's just so out of place. Like the colors are cool. Like I do like the colors that are being utilized, but the legs, the arms, everything it just does not work for me. I'd probably give it a low 6 in my books, but yeah, it's not working.
Yeah, I can't quite put my finger on it, but I'm feeling a similar way. I'm not hugely into the mark. I think I want a sleeker looking mark for how sleek the rest of the armor is. I mean, like Righteous Greaves, super sleek. Pathfinder's chest, very, very sleek. Even the helmet is like one of the sleekest, smoothest helmets in the entire game, the competitive spirit. Um, so I think without those red accents, I might like it a bit more if it was just like that silver, gold, black kind of deal going on. Um, I'm I'm probably gonna go low 7. I think there's just like some minor tweaks we could do. I feel like we could probably swap out the chest plate to get rid of those like random blue straps. I think we should swap out the mark as well for something a little bit sleeker.
Yeah, I agree. I think they should have built off the helmet a little bit more. But yeah, it shows a different mark. I think that mark is really ruining it because of that red or orangey accent. 13 out of 20 on that one there. Next up, we have a very creative, customized purple look with some metallic on the legs. What do you think of this one, Data?
Um, hmm, it's very interesting. Prodigal Greaves, huh? Wow. Um, I think with a different helmet, I would like it even more. I think I want something to match the the energy of kind of like the arms and the chest piece a little bit more. Like they feel very robotic, whereas the helmet feels a bit regal. So I'd want to see what a different helmet looks like. But I think I'm actually going to go 8. I feel like I do really like how the armor ended up turning out on this set. I don't know. There's something about it that I'm liking.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll probably give it an 8 as well. I do like it. I don't. I think if I were to change anything, it's probably the mark. I think I would change it maybe something a little more subtle, but I do love the top half. I think the top half of this outfit is looking really, really nicely, and it works for me. So yeah, I think a solid 16 out of 20 for this one here is a good score. Next one, oh wow, I have not seen anyone ever use this exotic helmet, but this is one a hell of a funky look with the arms and everything about it. Wow, it's very prehistoric, to say the least. But damn, I'm digging this. It looks so bizarre in a way random, but you have 5 different armor pieces coming together with a similar shader feel. The arms, they blended nicely with the rest of the outfit. I'm guessing it probably would have made the shoulders blue. So they're trying to go for that. So there's definitely a theme involved. And I don't know why I find it so funny with that helmet, but I don't know. I'm digging it. What do you think?
If this was on a female Titan, it might be a 9. I think the helmet makes it look like you have a tiny head. And if you went with something that made it look like you had a normal sized head, I'd probably give it a 9 as well. Because the rest of the set, I think, looks really well constructed in terms of the armor. Ego Malign is, the next edition of cheating shaders in the game. It's incredible shader. But yeah, I am not offended by the helmet. I'm just offended by the fact that it makes your head look so tiny and disproportional. And that is the unfortunate side effect of being a male Titan. So I'm going to go 8.
8. I'm gonna give it a 9 because I think it's hilarious. I think it's a funny looking, disproportional look, but yeah, it's 17 out of 20. I think it's a good number to whoever did this one here. So fantastic work. Next one. Sorry for the blurry image. That's what they had provided, but we get the idea of what they're aiming for here. Very bony, prehistoric type of look from the looks of it, with that helmet and chest piece. They're definitely going for more bones than anything else with that Gambit Suede shader. I think it works. I don't think I'm wowed by it, like with some other outfits we've seen, but I'd give it a solid, I give it a solid 8. Like, I'm actually pretty happy with this look overall. It's definitely a strong look. I probably would, if I were to change anything, it's probably the helmet or the arms, one or the other. But I do believe they're trying to go for like a very bony look. What do you think?
I'm going high 7. There's something here, and I think if we workshop it a little bit more, we can really fine tune the look. I just don't quite think it's there yet, but there's something here, and I'm interested to see if we can iterate on it more to make it feel like it's fully there.
And
I couldn't pinpoint exactly what I'm looking for though.
And I'm sure it looks way better in a cutscene. So whoever did this one, a 15 out of 20, still a solid score. I'm surprised we haven't seen a lot more gold armor sets, like people using a lot more gold on their outfits. So I guess maybe it's probably not the trend anymore. In terms of this outfit here, I love that exotic arm piece with that ornament, the Nouveau parapet. I think it works, but I think it takes away from the rest of the outfit. I think I probably would have used a different shader on the chest piece, perhaps, or maybe a different chest piece as a whole, because I feel like it's taking away from the arms and helmet area. Legs are fine per se, but that chest is I don't know, it's standing out a little bit too much for me.
Yeah, I'm with you on the chest piece. I think something a little more subtle that didn't maybe have as much like white. I think there's just too much white shining through on it, and I think if the colors were flipped, where you maybe had either the white being a dark color, or the white being the gold color, and then the detail being something else. I think it would look a little bit better. But overall, not too shabby.
Yeah, not shabby at all.
Man, those arms are busy.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Like, you have such a simplistic, clean chest, and then everything else is so busy. I give it an 8 still. I think it's it's a nice look. I do like it. What do you think?
I'm gonna go low 8.
Low 8?
I'm gonna
Sounds
go
good.
low 8.
Perfect. Next one here, we got a red and blue Atlantic Rush shaded look. Um, I'm okay with this look. I'm not a fan of it. It works. Like, the pieces, they're blending nicely. The shape of the head is blending nicely inside the chest piece. I just think it feels random, but I'm okay with it. I'm just not a fan of it. I give this one a 7.
It's well proportioned. I'm not a huge fan of the Atlantic Rush shader, but I appreciate that someone is trying to pull it off, and I think it's pulled off as well as you could potentially pull off Atlantic Rush. But yeah, with this helmet in particular, like with this ornament, I want to play to that ornament's strengths a bit more.
Yeah.
Which I don't feel like this set particularly does, but I do feel like the rest of the set, besides the helmet, is well proportioned. I'm gonna go high 7.
Yeah, I think that's a good 14 out of 20 right there. Next one on the list is a green one here. I'm not.
I'm getting
I
very
feel,
like Viper from Valorant type vibe
okay. Yeah.
with the color scheme. This is the kind of green that I don't mind. It's not as like you have like the black to kind of hold it in place. Like it's not so aggressive. Uh it's not too offensive. Um I think my only thing would be maybe just getting slightly bulkier arms to match the pants and the chest piece. But in terms of all like the tubes and stuff and that kind of look, I would go 8.
I give this one an 8 as well. I think the look of it is the color is nice. The boots I would probably change if I were to tweak anything, but it again they're probably angling it just because it looks better that way, and it probably looks way better in a cutscene as well. But overall, I'm digging the creativity in this one. All right. I am surprised we haven't seen a lot of this helmet. I know it's an older one anyways, but I am surprised we haven't seen more of that one in the game, or in this contest rather. But the outfit itself, and I feel like we're judging the Titans probably a little bit stronger compared to the other classes, but I feel like it's so easy to dress up a Titan. And this outfit is not doing it for me, unfortunately. I think I'd give this one I hate to say it, a 6 out of 10. Like, it just seems so out of place. You got like leaves coming out of your legs, and you got like cloth mark, and then you have a metallic, and then you have like an animal like headpiece. Like, I don't know. It just seems out there.
Yeah, the armor doesn't have as much cohesion as I wanted to. I think it shades very nicely. But yeah, it's just a little it's I don't know what the theme is. I don't know what the vibe is. Like, what's the vibe we're going for with this particular look? And right now it just seems like shiny. And it's like, okay, but you can do that with like anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go low, very low 7.
Sounds good. 13 out of 20 there. Next one, again, sorry for the blurry image on this one. I've been seeing so many Titans use these arm pieces now, like the exotic.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. So in terms of this arm piece, I think it works. I think it's shaded nicely overall. Very robotic feel. I think it's fine in terms of what it's offering. I don't think it wows me like the other ones, but I do like the shade, how it's being shaded all throughout. I think that also be utilizing 2 different shaders, actually 3 different shaders. It works for the most part, but I do see those that exotic arms more often than not now, just because it's so new, right? But I think in terms of this look here, I'd probably give it I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. I think it works. I think it's nice. It's not a bad look. It's not an amazing look, but it's definitely a good look that definitely works for what the theme is. I kind of wish I saw it, the image straight on the outfit, just because I feel like it's benefiting from being angled like that, and I feel like a lot of people turn their outfit to make it look better, and I feel like you got to judge an outfit straight on to really get the best impression on it. But yeah, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10 based on what I'm seeing, of course. And then we'll just give Datto a second to come back, and then he'll grade that score. So far, we have an 8 on this one right here.
Sorry, Brim, getting into trouble.
Worries, no worries. Yeah, I give this one an 8 out of 10 on this one. I feel like they're getting benefits on being an angle like that. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not going as high as I'm probably going 7. Um, yeah, I don't know. These are a very difficult set of gloves to pull off. Um, and I feel like the legs and the helmet matchup, the chest piece I'm not too crazy about. I don't know. I think there's just like enough minor things that I would tweak about this that I feel like we're not fully there yet.
Agreed with that. 15 out of 20, I think still a fair score. With the next one, we got this one here with a vintage timber shader. What do you think of this one, Datto?
I think the shader is doing a lot of the work here. The armor pieces that we've picked here, I don't know, have like the most amount of synergy to them. I think we could probably. I think the first thing I would try to swap out is the sunbreak plate, just to see
Yeah.
what else we can work with. But I do think vintage timber makes up for a lot of the armor selection weaknesses.
Yeah, I think the chest piece is definitely out of place. I think the helmet is also out of place too, because you have such a smooth helmet and you have very texturized like arms and boots. Like it's a decent look overall, which is getting carried by a shader. I'd give it a 7 in my books.
I'm gonna go probably 7 as well.
Sounds good. 14 there. Next one. Unfortunately, this person did not provide any details, but I do know those legs are very popular now. You know, this you have a skirt, you have the heels. It's a very fun look to play around with, but I am not a fan of the overall look, and I probably give this a 5. I don't want to comment too much on it. I just feel like it's just not there. 5 out of 10 in my books.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the chest piece is supposed to kind of like look like a bra
Yeah.
with how it's shaded. Um, yeah, as like a gag outfit, sure. As an actual armor set, I'd probably go 6.
It sounds good. So we got a 11 there. Yeah. Now I can't unsee that bra, and that's it's just such a good job trying to make a rated R outfit in the game. So congrats. Um, Next one again, no details on this one here. They probably hide the details because I'm not a fan of the look, so I probably would have judged it even more. But I just it's just too random. Like it just everything about it. It just I would go back to the drawing board, start the piece that you want. I think in this case you probably would want to start with the arms and then work down that way. But everything else just seems so out of place. I'd probably give this one, a 5 as well.
Yeah, I'm with you on the 5. The only thing that feels somewhat cohesive is the shader, and even then you have one leg one color, one leg's the other color, but then you do nothing with that effect on the rest of the armor set. I think we can go back to the drawing board on this one.
Yeah. All right, we got someone that's getting ready for the fall with a jacket and some boots, and you got some pants going. I'm actually digging the the chest piece with the arms and the boots. Like I'm thinking everything. I think the helmet I
Helmet's
probably
the only
would
thing.
change. Yeah, everything else is actually really nicely done.
Yeah,
Because
I
you're making
want.
up for the short jacket with the mark. You know, because that if that mark wasn't there, you have a very short jacket, right?
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm thinking it. What do you think?
yeah. The helmet is the one thing I think holding this back. Um, if it had more of that blue color in it, I'd say okay because it has like that kind of bronze like U shape that's going up. But let's workshop the helmets, and then I think you have something very very creative here. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go 8.
I give it an 8 as well. That's a very very good potential. Easy 9 once they change the helmet. Easy 9. All right, next one. Ooh, we got a very funky. I don't know if they're going for some sort of theme here, but clearly maybe a beetle, maybe like a bug type of like look, perhaps. But I am digging how this is being shaded, although it's being carried by the Lighthouse Sun shader. But for all the pieces seem to work for the most part. Yeah, I'm digging this one. I'm actually digging this one. Yeah. What do you think?
The shader is doing a good amount of the work, but I think it's doing so well that I'm. This is not a look that I've seen really before, and
Yeah.
that's why I think it's so striking. Is how well it makes the armor selection come together. Like I don't know if if you pick a different shader, does this look as good as it does versus
Probably
using Lighthouse Sun?
Probably not, yeah. And even those arms, you don't really see anyone using that ornament. Like no one's really using
Right.
that. But
Yeah.
it works even with a very smooth helmet. Like I probably man, I'd give this a 9. I'm
I'm
actually
kind of on
enjoying
board with you. I'm also a 9. I still don't know if it beats out the first
the first
or
9,
like
yeah.
one of the first Titans that we've seen. Yeah, but I'm interested to see a side by side.
Yeah. Good job to this person. Next one, I'm surprised we haven't seen more of these glowing titans. I
I
do
This helmet
yeah.
needs to go. I
The
This is another helmet, Moonfang X7 helm. I
uh,
have tried to like this helmet so much. I just don't like it, especially with like everything else that this person is trying to do, which is essentially I want to make everything on my body glow purple, which is fine, but
except the helmet.
then except your helmet, right?
Yeah, you
Exactly.
might as well commit. You know what I mean? If you committed 90%, you might as well go to whole 100. You know?
Yeah. So this is just literally I want everything to glow, the Titan, which is fine, but I've seen it a lot before. If we fix that helmet, I might be able to give you an 8. For now, I'm going to give you a 7.
Yeah, I'd give it a 7 as well. Solid 14. Yeah, just that helmet. Yeah, way out of place. Next one, we got a. You know what? This is actually a very creative look, and you got a green light piece there. I guess they're going for some knight, perhaps, like something like
They're
old
going for
school.
something, and I
Yeah,
respect the hell out of it.
yeah, like chess piece. Wow, I actually thought the chess piece and helmet were from the same set for a second, but it's not. Wow, you know what? Wow. For a second, it kind of looks like a warlock, doesn't it? It's
A little bit, yeah, with the
right.
mark.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm digging this. I give it a I think I like the creativity behind it. I loved it how it's shaded. You have different shaders there. I don't think it's as strong of a 9 as the other ones we've seen, but I'd give it a 9 in my books. Just
I'm
creativity
also
and
going 9.
yeah.
Borderline 10, but I'm going 9 because I just want to see it compared to the others. This is just like something that is going for a very distinct look. Like they set out to have a goal of like a certain kind of a look, and it's a very creative look. It's a very different look, and I think it's very very well executed.
100% agree with that. So solid 18 there. Next one, we finally got this hat. I'm surprised we didn't see more of it. Probably not as popular for
Yeah.
Titans compared to Hunters, but I do like I get the theme. Like I get it. They're going for that's a gun range type of look. Going to the country vibes. Whatever a cowboy look, whatever the case may be. It's fine. It works. I think that leg piece needs to be changed. I'm okay with everything else. I think that the legs are really like ruining it for me. The arms, I get it. You're trying to get those red accents and be a little bit funky, but I do feel it's not. I feel like I probably would even change the arms too, but I get it. If you want to use that exotic, fine. I'd give it a 7. Yeah, those legs are bothering me.
Yeah, I'd go mid 7. I don't mind the legs as much. I think they're okay. But again, it's another cowboy character. It's black and red Titan, which I've seen a bazillion of. It's executed well, but I've just seen it a lot.
Yeah, I think for the legs, what I like about these legs the most is literally just the shoes. I love those shoes
Yeah.
on it. Those kicks are good, but yeah, solid 14 there. Next one up, I guess this person chose a very similar theme, but like the previous one was using a black and red theme with this ornament for the exotic. This one's using the same style, but the previous one is better in my opinion. This one
Yeah, this
here is
is
just so I give it a
it's not
5.
executed
I give it a
at
5. Yeah.
yeah, I'll go. I'm probably also going 5. The execution of this just feels very random. I don't know what we're going for here, literally at all. Uh,
Yeah.
no cohesion. I think we need to start over.
Yeah, 100% agree. Work from the whoever did this one, work from the exotic because that's going to be the one that's going to be the hardest to match up with. Work with the exotic and then work outwards. But yeah, go back to the drawing board and you'll be good. Next one, this person actually provided 4 colors of the Titans. I just put the 2 here. So they're pretty much using the same shader all throughout. So as you see there, they put red, blue, green, purple. I guess maybe some glowing Power Ranger vibes, perhaps.
Hmm.
Um, I do like the look. I think it's clean. I've seen it out in the wild. I'm okay with it. I think it is a solid look. I probably do a solid 9 in my books just for how all the pieces work really really nicely with each other. Um, Probably not as strong as of a 9 as previous ones that we've seen, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to go as high, but it's definitely a strong 8 from me. I don't know. Maybe it's borderline. Put it in the finals. I want to see it compared to the others. We'll do 9.
Sounds
I'm
good.
teetering
Yeah,
between 8 and 9 though, because it is very well executed, for
yeah,
sure.
100% agree with that. Next one here. Um, uh, yeah, I'm not.
Just not a lot
Nah,
going on.
there's
I'll go
not much to
6.
comment on it. Yeah, I'm gonna say
Yeah,
5 on this one. Unfortunately, 11. Not
yeah,
much to comment. Go back to the drawing board. Start fresh again. Since you are using exotics, always start from the exotic outwards. Especially for Titans. Titans are the toughest since they have very outward-looking exotics that just might not work out. But yeah, back to the drawing board for that one there. For this one here, I do like the color. Obviously, the shader's pretty much carrying the weight of this, but the pieces do work, and I do like what they're putting together. The chest piece definitely works well with the helmet. I'm actually I'm digging this look. Not a 9 in my books, and a solid 8 though.
I'm going 7. I don't think Abyssinian Gold is working for me as well here as I want it to be. I'm just kind of getting these more neutral grays and browns, and it doesn't make the glowing effects pop as much as I want them to.
Sounds good. All right, next one on board is this one right here. Um, Yeah, I'm not a fan. I hate to say it. Like I get it, they're going for that cowboy look again. The legs are 100% out of place. Does not make sense. They're using the same shader. I would definitely swap out the shaders, change the shader on the helmet, change the shader on the arms so that way it blends well with the jackets. If you are using more of a jacket, it has to blend a little bit better there. Yeah, a 6 in my books for this one.
I'm probably gonna go. I'll go a high 6. It's definitely not as brutal as some of the other ones that we've seen, but if you're going for like the Lux set, there's not as many like streetwear pieces of armor to flex on the Titan or any class in particular. So if you're going for that look, it can feel tough to complete it if you're using an exotic that takes up so much of the character's fat. I mean, like legs on a Titan are basically 50% of the fashion. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
12 out of 20 for that one there. Next one, we got a traditional red and black Titan. Um, it definitely, you know what, the pieces are coming together in this one here. I do feel like you know what? I do feel like the legs are out of place. Maybe it's the mark, actually. Maybe the mark is really like taken away. The Yeah, because the legs would definitely form better. I would change maybe the mark and the helmet, perhaps. Not really a top tier look in my books, but it works. It's okay. It's just a basic red and black look. I'd give it maybe a 7, a low 7.
Yeah, I'll go 7 as well. I do like the top half, that cogent beat plate with the helm. How those textures look very very similar with the red. I do like how that turned out. Even the arms aren't too bad. But yeah, the legs. Unfortunately, Titans do be having a lot of leg based exotics, and it can be tough to have a look that matches up with the rest of a set that looks like this when you're limited on your exotics.
Yeah,
But I do think it's not too shabby.
agreed with that. 14 out of 20 there. It looks like we got a chef in the building with this type of look. I can definitely tell the vibes that they're trying to get off with this one here. I do like the cohesion with all the shaders. I think the chest piece, I get it. Oh, no, I get it. Because the front of it kind of gives those buttons. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I was about to say change the chest piece, but no, I can see why they chose it. It works. It's a solid look. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Solid.
I'll go. Yeah, I'll also go 8. It's cute.
Yeah.
It's cute and it's well put together. I think this is the closest thing you can get to a chef's hat in the game, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Next one, we finally, I've been waiting to see this one with this shader, Luminous Void. It's a very out there, a lot going on. I think that chest piece does not work for it personally. I probably would have just changed the chest piece. Maybe it's the arms. I get it. They're just trying to get a glowing Titan out there, but
it's just so busy.
Yeah,
it's so busy, and I can't. It's like I almost can't even tell like what's happening on the armor. It's just like there's just so much going on, and yeah. I don't know.
I give it
I feel like the shaders.
The shaders
I'll
doing
go
the work.
7 as well. The shaders definitely doing a lot of the work.
Exactly. 14 out of 20 I think is a fair score.
Second
last outfit here. Again, this person thankfully provided some details. I do like it, although it is the same shader. The pieces are actually working really, really nicely. Like it's I can tell the theme. That helmet normally you wouldn't really utilize as often with a Titan, but it's working with all the other pieces. I love the colors. This is a solid 9 in my books. Easily.
I'm also going 9. This is really nice.
Yeah.
This is really nice. Really well themed. Like all the armor pieces have the elements of like matching of the others. You have all these like lines and swooshes and extra little like textures and wow.
Yeah,
really nicely done.
The lines, everything, like, and the armor pieces are all different. Like the fact that they're all coming together with the lines all throughout, like it's good, almost a 10 in my books, almost a 10 there. That was actually really well done.
Yeah, wow.
Final design here for Titans. I'm not really a fan personally. I think I guess they're going for some sort of night look. The chest piece needs to be changed, like right off the bat. The chest piece and maybe even the mark I would probably change if you're going for like more of a night look, but I'm not my style. I'd probably just give it a 6 out of 10 personally, maybe a low 7, but yeah, probably leaning towards a 6.
Okay. I'm gonna go 7. I don't think I hate it as much as you do. I wish the colors were kind of swapped on the chest piece. Like I wish the lion was more of that bronze goldy color as opposed to the white. I actually don't mind it. I think if we swap up the shader a little bit, I think this could actually look pretty darn good. I like that the arms and the chest piece match up pretty well. even the Iron Banner boots are like not too shabby, and the mark's pretty good. Yeah, I think I would just want to experiment with some different shaders, and I think this could look. I might even go. No, I'm gonna go high seven, very high seven.
7 there. Sounds good. So that would be 14 there. So now I'm going to pull up. So we actually have a 5-way tie. So right now I'm just going
Yeah,
to pull it up here. This is going to probably be a tough one, but should be okay. So we have this one here. So I'm just pulling this up on the slideshow. Got that one there. We got this one here. We got this one here. And slide 43. See the 5 pasted here. Perfect. Okay. Go. All right. Let me pull up my. Are you still seeing the PowerPoint in the Discord or no? I probably disabled it. Share it again here. Okay. Um. All right. Dad, are you still with us? You good?
yeah.
Okay, cool. I just saw your messages right now. Yeah, I didn't expect it to take longer than expected, but I guess we have a lot of good designs here for discussion. But yeah, we'll end it off here. So we just have a couple. So this is the one that we saw right off the bat. Then we had this one right here. I think we can agree. I don't think this one is going to be a top contender. I think this one, the yellow one, is not as good as the one previous.
Hmm.
Okay, so I think we can agree on that. So I'm going to remove that one here. Then we had this one. What do you think of this one compared to the other one?
It's so tough
Yeah,
because I just like appreciate what this is like trying to do and just like how unique of a look it is because I just haven't seen a look like this. And I've seen many like hive adjacent titans, but it's just the first one is executed so well that it's tough for me to put my finger on which one I like more.
sounds good. I think I'm gonna go for the previous one personally. I do love this look, but I think the one previous was definitely a wow factor for me. Um, and then so if we do that, you think this one or the one previous?
No, I think the one or the one
This
previous.
one or
I
this one here?
prefer the one previous.
Yeah, yeah. I think this one still takes the cake. The one in the very beginning. I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that one still takes the cake. And then finally, I think it really was going to come down to this anyways. It was this one, and I think we'll do a side by side here. I'll just quickly copy it, paste it here, and then okay, then we'll do this. All right, side by side look. Final contender for the Titans. What are you thinking of this?
Man,
This is a tough one, huh? I I think I'm going. I think I'm going left. Ah, this is tough though. I'm going left. Yeah, I'm going left.
yeah, I think I'm going left as well.
Yeah,
It's so sleek and it's so clean. It's shaded really nicely. The armor selections are just so good, but man is like the one on the right also just so fantastic.
yeah, yeah. Good job to both people. And then quickly, since I know Datto has to run, I've been taking way too much time from him. And everyone, hopefully everyone's enjoying the stream. So we'll go to the podium quickly. What I'm gonna do is just add all 3 images to the screen, and then right off the bat, Datto will just decide if it's the Titan that goes above, or if it's going to be the Warlock, or is it going to be the hunter? So I think we got some good designs there. So I'll quickly just put that up. Give me one sec. Actually, what we'll do here, I'll put it here. Give me one sec. BRB, everyone, one sec. Sorry about that. I have to get my door. Okay, so I'm gonna place this image now on the screen. Okay. All right, it might be tough to see, and then I'll try to just crop this out after. But we get the idea. Data, can you see all three? Like the
Yeah.
Warlock? Yeah, we get the idea. All right, everyone. So we have the Hunter, Titan, and Warlock. These were the best designs here. I'll clean it up after, but just to speed it up so we can get through this. Yeah, Data, do you have any first impressions of who do you think is third place, second place, first place?
I think I'm going Titan, Hunter, Warlock in that order.
Titan.
Titan first place, Hunter second, Warlock third.
And I think I am okay with that as well. I think the Titan is just that was a badass looking design. Yep, Titan first, second Hunter, Warlock third. I think is a yeah. I think it's a
Yeah.
fantastic. I think I agree with that.
Warlock, we just didn't have as many contenders, I feel like.
Yeah,
And Hunter looked sharp, but I've also seen a lot of like, oh, the Taken King armor plus the season 21 armor, that combo I've seen a lot of before. This Titan look is just something I feel like I haven't seen, and that's probably my fault because I just don't buy Eververse armor, so I'm willing to bet some of this is Eververse armor.
mm,
But even still, like I think we said it was five unique armor pieces anyway.
yeah,
And just the way that it came together was just really, really excellent.
yeah. I 100% agree. I'll put this on the podium in a sec, but Data, just to respect your time, because obviously this was way longer than we expected, double the time than I expected. I just want to say thank you for so much for coming out. I think you and me just putting up the scores and balancing it out of 20 made a better difference in terms of judging. We
Mhm.
both gave like aspects in terms of what we thought about each design. But yeah, I think we came together. I think the stream probably, likes the fact that you were here and they agree with us in terms of what we put at the top three in terms of the podium. But
That's
that'll
good.
just to respect your time to let you do your thing to get on with your day. I appreciate it from one to another. Appreciate you coming by and thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem, dude. No problem. Yeah, I do need to bounce, but yeah, some good stuff out there.
Yeah, 100%. Hopefully we do it again and we'll with less submissions. Well, maybe we'll cut it down the next time. But yeah, Data, you can be on your way. I'll everyone here. I'll continue the stream. I'll just put it on the podium for the image, and then everyone just give a shout out to Data. Be sure to follow him, subscribe to him, give him your money. See him everywhere and on Twitch and Twitter and on YouTube. But Data, thanks again.
No problem, dude. Take care.
Yep. Alrighty, everyone. I'm going to put this up in the podium because I did really want to do this image here. So give me one quick second. So let's put these images how they're supposed to be. So give me one quick second. But everyone, hopefully everyone enjoyed the stream. I think it was pretty badass. Datto coming out and like being someone that can, you know, provide some insight, a different perspective. It's always been me with these contests, and I think like it's good, but I don't think it's enough. You know what I mean? Like I think you always need that extra person just to provide that insight overall. But I think it was fun. Like it took way longer. I told Datto that it would have taken probably an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours max. But I definitely took more of Datto's time, so I'm definitely going to appreciate him taking the time out of his busy day to really be here. And hopefully you all enjoyed his time, of course. So don't mind me. I'm trying to do a little a little fun podium image. Hopefully everyone's appreciating that. And then I'm just going to get the Titan image here. That Titan. Oh, by the way, in terms of the winners, I'll actually type their name here too. Give me one sec. So this right here, This person was none other than Brump. So I'm gonna put their name here. So this was Brump. So I'll put that here. Don't mind me. There we go, Brump. So that was Brump from our Discord server. And then next I'm going to add is the Titan. And that was none other than a Vanquish, a very popular a very popular fashion designer out in the community. So I'm gonna put him here. And then just going to cut that. There we go. Hopefully these are proportional for the most part. And then I'll add another text here. Vanquish. So shout out to Vanquish for being up there at the top tier. Don't mind my ghetto way of doing this right now. Oh no, yeah, no. Brump with a B. Next one in third place was the Warlock design, which was still pretty good. I think the Warlock was a tough one. There weren't as many contenders. The Titan definitely had its contenders. But overall, I think we had some very good designs that popped off today. So I'm just going to get this one. And this person is none other than Savanthunes Taylor in third place. So let me put that right here. Let me add another text box. So bear with me for 1 sec. All right. And there you go. That's the images right here. So we have the first place, second place, and third place. Nice and easy. Again, like huge shout out to Datto for taking the time out of his busy day. It's definitely been nice. In terms of the contest rules, basically we had 3 emblems to give away. That came down to the first being the Cyanchu Illuminata emblem. Second was the Follow the Light emblem, and then the third was the Luminary Kaleidoscope emblem. So that's how it's going to be given out. So the people that won, I'm going to message you on Discord. I'm going to provide you the code, and then yeah, you get to just claim it right away. But congratulations to the 3 winners. I think it's an awesome stream that we had. Again, having Datto taking time out of his busy day and us having basically 3 hours of going through everything was huge, right? It's definitely a huge thing. I was thinking about doing a video, like a summary video on everything, but I think this is fine. I think having someone maybe just watch the whole stream and they can like just go through it, I think is a lot easier than anything else. But shout out again to Brump, Vanquish, and Savanthunes Taylor. So in first place, we had Vanquish with his Titan. Second, we had Brump with his Hunter. And then third, we had the Oh, I think I spelled that wrong. Let me fix that, actually. Can't be having spelling mistakes out here. There we go. Savanthunes Taylor. There you go. But yeah, huge shout out to everyone that came by. It was an awesome stream, to say the least. I do want to give another emblem to everyone that's watching, though. This is an emblem you can get right now, to be honest with you. But let's put this out there for everyone. I hope everyone here is on my Discord server, or maybe follows me on Twitter. If you don't do that now, I'm going to basically type in the chat box right here on YouTube. I'm going to type in the chat a question. It's going to be a quick question, nice and easy. If you know the answer, you either send it to me the answer on Twitter or on Discord. Based on the timestamp, I will, you know what? Let's make it easy. Just message me on Twitter. So everyone, get my DMs open. I'm sure I'm going to get plastered by it. So that's my Twitter. Go right now. If you're not following me, make sure you follow me. And then get ready to message me an answer. Okay? Now, the answer to this question is going to be very simple. and I will type the question in the chat. So that way there's no latency. You see it in the chat, boom, go to my Twitter, type in the answer. For this one here, I'll give away the Prost emblem, the one, that pretzel looking one that's been given away. You can get that for free, I think, still right now if you message that the developer on Game Rant. Nevertheless, I'll give it away. I'll give a code. So without further ado, in 5 seconds, I will type out the question. And let's say the question will be, let me think here. What's an easy question? 'Cause I don't want anyone to like stress about it. Let's say, mm, what's a fun question? Let's go with, all right, I'm going to type it right now. Actually, no, I'm going to change that question. I don't want to make anyone like think too hard. I was going to do a math equation question. But let's keep it simple. Let's do who is the, um, all right, we'll do this one here. Nice and easy. Who voices Cade 6? All right, who voices Cade 6? That's it. Nice and easy. I was going to do a math equation. I said, nah, screw it. Message me on Twitter right now, just on Twitter. Message me who voices Cade 6 in Destiny 2. Should be a nice and very simple one. I'm sure everyone knows this actor. He's awesome. I love him in so many TV shows. So do yeah, just post that, and I'll in the Twitter DM, if you are the winner, I will respond back, just asking you what your you know your. I'll respond back if you win with the prizing. Right, I already got one answer here. Looks like no one else has DM'd it. This person's a clear winner. So Miguel, congratulations. You are the winner. So looks like he had my DMs out ready. Congratulations. I'll provide you the code that you can redeem that pretzel looking like emblem, the Prost emblem. But yeah, everyone else, thank you so much for coming by the stream. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for listening to us and listening to us judge every single design here. There was like 120 designs, but it was fun. It was exciting. Very long stream. And that's it. I will end it off here. Thanks again. And as always, we will see you on the next one. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, watch out for my other videos coming out this week, follow me on Twitter, and yeah, again, see you on the next one. Take care.